topic. It's just what I think.
Oh, hey, boy.
Hey.
How are you guys?
Oh, what is up?
Not much.
Listen. GT's in the chat. He says, "I have a Socceroos Hess at the moment." Well, Chris was watching me yell at the TV, so I'm guessing they're Hess.
They're pretty Hess.
G'day, boys. Live and direct from the US. How goes it? Jeremy's in.
Jeremy from Tennessee.
Remember Jeremy
Not Tennessee.
Jeremy Miklos, and I said to him, "Are you Greek?" And he goes, "Yes." And he's from America.
He's not from Tennessee. He's from Pittsburgh.
Didn't he say Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
But he's half Greek, half German. He said, isn't he?
Yeah. What's the weather like over in Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh.
Isn't it funny? We're live in the United States.
We are live in the United States of America. How good is that?
How good, man. Tell all your friends, man.
Jeremy is wild. Jeremy,
Pittsburgh.
I spoke to Jeremy on Discord. He said hello to me.
Yeah.
And he goes, "I'm going out." I think he was going out to go get a coffee and shit. It was like, and it was after the podcast. We were like going to bed. It was like 12 midnight. He's like going out to like get coffee.
I'd love to go to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Or I'd love to go to Philadelphia because they got the Philly. Yeah, I'd love to go to Philly. Oh,
you want
mate.
a Philly cheesesteak?
Oh,
remember that Philly cheesesteak we had at the place at Unley? No, Unley.
Oh, Burger Incredible.
Dude.
So good.
You know what? Their burgers were actually incredible.
Well, they won the best burger of the whole Australia.
I said that time when we had it. Yeah. I said it was no disrespect to like Jamie and that from Beefcakes. I remember saying his were amazing. Burger Incredible was the best, I reckon. Yeah. That I had.
Well, they won awards.
It was amazing.
There you go.
It's 38 degrees this morning. Went and worked out. We are 14 hours behind you guys. 38 degrees.
That's hot, man.
No.
That's
hot. Are you talking Fahrenheit, man? Yeah.
38 degrees is hot, bro.
Fahrenheit's not hot.
What are you talking about, Fahrenheit?
38 degrees Fahrenheit. We're Celsius here.
38 degrees is hot, bro.
Dude, that's not hot.
What do you mean it's not hot?
Fahrenheit is nothing over there.
What do you mean by Fahrenheit?
That's what they go by. Their temperature is 30 is Fahrenheit. We go by Celsius.
What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about?
Same place I did.
What are you talking about, man? 38 is like a heat wave.
Here it is. It's actually not. Now it's
What
like
do you mean?
40.
So you tell me he's not in a heat wave?
Not in a heat wave.
I think he is, man.
He's in a cold wave.
What?
See? 32 degrees is freezing.
32 is hot, man.
So 38 degrees Fahrenheit is probably about 2 degrees. I'd say.
2 degrees?
2, yep.
Because
he's saying 32 Fahrenheit is 0.
Well, 32 Celsius
is hot.
It's hot.
We go by Celsius, Jeremy.
We don't go by Fahrenheit.
38 degrees in summer for us is 38 degrees Celsius, which is about...
That's summer day, man.
What's 38 Celsius? About 100 degrees Fahrenheit? Let me check.
I don't know. Very cold.
38 Celsius. Look. So, Jeremy, 38 degrees Celsius is 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. So,
okay. When they go, it's 100 degrees.
That's what they mean.
Oh.
It's in our summers. Oh. In our summers, 100 degrees for you. Fahrenheit is like a normal day for us. Like it's like 38's normal in our summer.
How come they use the imperial system in America?
3.3 degrees Celsius. It is there. Geez. Best before says.
That's cold, man.
Yeah.
They use the imperial. They use
because
miles.
It's too ingrained there, bro. Hey, you imagine changing it?
Yeah, but the whole world is with the metric system, bro.
Yeah, but could you imagine going into the schools now and changing all that in America? You'd have to be teaching the teachers that.
They still do pounds, miles.
We don't have the population.
Like, what's a kilometer?
Yeah. Yeah, but in England still use...
No, they don't.
They like measure in stones. When they weigh themselves. Like, I'm 13 stone.
13 stone.
Yeah, they go by. They use miles and inches. We use centimeters. Kilometers.
Yeah, it's the metric system.
Yeah, we use metric.
They use.
Do you know what the thing is? I've watched them because I've seen like a lot of their tradies over there, like your workers, carpenters, and that, Jeremy, and they use inches on their tape measure.
Inches, yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's so much harder.
Inches.
Centimeters is so much easier on a tape measure.
Yeah, metric system is so much easier, bro.
They're like, it's 3 3/8 of an inch. And it's like, man, you could just say it's 10.1 centimeters.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much easier. But you tell them that they don't believe you. They don't comprehend it.
Nah. Measuring in like metric is so much easier, bro. Because they work in tens.
Paul says hello. Jeremy says, when I was a kid, they talked about changing to the metric. That was 40 years ago. Metric is way easier. He's agreed.
It is easier.
It is. It's so much easier. Like the tape measures, you see it and you're like,
yeah.
How do they measure things like that? Like the a 1/8 of an inch. It's like so weird.
It's like, like when they say no, not a hectare.
Now, a lot of
an acre,
mum,
like an
your
acre.
Mum would have learnt imperial.
Yeah, back
here.
then.
Yeah, back then here.
No, an acreage or an acre is like, I think that's imperial.
Yeah, I think so.
Now it's hectare.
Now it's hectares. Yeah,
hectares. Yeah.
My parents are English, and they always measure themselves in stone, and they have lived in Australia. That's what I'm saying. Best before.
Yeah.
I've got some uncles, my 2 uncles, and they're like, he goes, "How much do you weigh?" And I tell him, and he goes, "How much stone is that?" And I'm like, "You're a pinhead."
How much stone is that?
I'm like, I don't know, 10 stones in a bag. Wow, what does that mean? I'm like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
That's funny as.
Yeah, it is, man. The stone thing is weird. It's so hard to. What's 10 stone?
Oh,
about 60 kilos or something?
I don't know.
Is that right?
A stone is 7 pounds.
A stone is 7 pounds and 2.2 pounds to a kilo. So 2, 4, 6, it's about 3.5 kilos or something. Is that right?
Yeah.
G'day, KP. You asked what am I in hospital for? Yeah, I asked you last time. I was in hospitals for pneumonia. I still have it. Oh, no.
Sorry,
GP,
yeah, man.
what's the score, man? Can you give us live updates?
Give us live updates.
We changed the channel just then.
Give us live updates, man.
GT, me and the big man just had a podcast before the podcast. We've got the best topic to come up because we just got it was the best topic ever, don't you reckon?
It is good.
We want to know what people think is your lineage more important than where you're born, and we're going to talk about that because Chris has got some friends he reckons that are saying, no, you're Australian. It's just matter of fact. Doesn't matter where your parents are born.
Yeah.
And we want to talk about that as a topic.
We will.
Yeah. We're going to talk about it.
We can do it next week.
Next week. Next one we're going to do. Next podcast. That's going to be the topic. It's starting to set.
Yeah, 100%.
After you see Dino eat those hot wings, that's what we're going to talk about.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
I'm excited.
I'll be interested to see what GT says. GT will be with us. He'll agree with us. He's a Macedonian, man.
GT 23.
George something 23.
23 is a good number, man.
HFD Studio disconnected, it said.
Why?
I don't know. It reconnected. I don't know. Are we back, guys? Sorry if we disconnected then. It didn't look like we disconnected. We're still there.
How you been anyway, man?
I've been good, man. KP, I currently weigh 100 kilos. I remember when I was only 9 stone 20 years ago. GT says I'm Aussie. See? It's interesting. Because he's Greek.
I don't know, but he reckons he's Aussie. See, I told you. You're gonna have people that are against you, man.
Oh, I 100% know we are. GT, we won't get into it much now, but I said this to Chris. If we're so Aussie and they truly believe that we're Aussie, why was everyone calling me a greasy wog, telling me to go back to my own country? But I bring it back to that point all the time. Like, why is there racism like that to someone that's born in the same country?
It's true.
Because deep down they don't believe it. But it's funny, GT believes it. But where are your parents both born? Greece, GT? I'm guessing they are. My brother born in Greece says he's Aussie.
No way.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I guess it's how you feel.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. But what's an Aussie?
Yeah, I'm not
what's
saying,
an Aussie?
But I'm not saying we're not Aussie. We are Australian. But your lineage is more important than where you're born.
Like, so if I GT23, if I was born in China, would I be a Kinezo?
Yeah. Is he Chinese? If his mum was pregnant, right? And they went on a trip to China for holiday, got stuck there because COVID, and he got born there, does that make him Chinese?
No, it does not.
Exactly my point.
No, it does not.
Because I bet you that happened to so many people.
Well, it's funny you say that. The Chinese, and there's a few other countries as well, they don't agree with that. Like, if you're born there, they don't give a shit, man.
No, they don't care.
Like, I don't care if you're born on the moon, mate.
Yeah,
you can be. You're not from here.
Would you have slanty eyes?
No.
Well,
No.
That's what we're saying. It doesn't matter where you're born. It's where you're from and where your lineage is from. Now, if you're in Australia and you've got generations here, then yeah, you're like, it's different. but we're like first generation.
Berenari says, because they were still in the process of stealing this land from the native Australian people, that is why they called you a greasy wog. I am Australian and you are Australian. Yeah, but that's just you. That's your that's your opinion that I'm Australian.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
Exactly. We are Australian.
I am Australian,
Yeah.
but my lineage.
But
I'm what lineage do I have to Australia? Tell me.
nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Because both my parents are not born here.
Yeah, you got no lineage.
No
but
lineage.
you got you. You've got.
I don't see. He's saying I don't care how many generations. You're Australian. That's what he's saying. He's disagreeing. He's saying it doesn't matter if you're born here. You're Australian.
So if I was born in China,
You're Chinese.
I'm Chinese.
That's
Is that what you're saying to me?
No way.
So what if you're born? What if you're born on like
But
mid-air?
this is
So
why.
whatever airspace you're in.
What if you
Is that
were
what you're saying?
born? What if something happened and you were born on the plane?
Yeah. So whatever airspace you're in, I guess.
Yeah, bullshit.
So you're crossing over the Maldives, or you're crossing over like some islands. That's what you're.
I don't know what that's referring to, Baranari. He says, my opinion is worth more than any Australian racist.
What?
Are you saying that we're racist?
No, we're not racist.
I'm not racist. I was like, are you talking about the ones that were saying that to me back in the day? Is that what you mean?
Yes, they do.
Alex was a Brazilian guy who was playing soccer for the Japanese national team. Yeah, I know that. But if that stuff doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's what
do
you
do you
believe.
know what that means? That just means Alex wasn't good enough to play for Brazil, so he chose to play for Japan.
That's what it means.
That's 100% what it means.
That's a cop out. That's what that
Of course
is.
it did. They
That's
did
a
it all
cop
the
out,
time.
bro.
They used to do it all the time.
That's like.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying now. Yeah, I clicked to me what you're saying now. Oh, listen, that's what I always say this to you. This is why I love opinions, because everyone has their own opinion, and it doesn't mean Baranari's is right. It doesn't mean mine is right. It's just what I believe. It's what you believe. It's what
So I grew up in a Greek house, right?
Yeah.
I grew up with Greek values,
Yes.
not Aussie values. But I'm still Aussie, but I'm Greek as well. I'm both, and I've got a Greek citizenship. I've got a Greek citizenship,
dude,
bro.
There's some wicked chats here.
You know what I mean?
All right. So Jeremy says, I'm American. My oppa is German and Oma is Greek. So your oppa's German, your yaya is Greek. The neighborhood that they moved to when they got to America in the 50s was German. They all flocked together and there was a sort of national pride. Sort of like, Harndorf is like German thing here. But it meant that Alex was Japanese, Baranari's saying. I don't think so. I bet you now, once he retires, Alex considers himself.
Say about the.
I guarantee you, Alex, that played for Japan, he retires from Japan, he considers himself Brazilian now.
How about the person that you said before, the soccer player, and his kids were born in
David. Let's say
in
David De
England.
Gea, Man United. So he moves to Manchester when he's 20, has kids in Manchester, moves back to Spain. If they grow up, they're gonna be Spanish. They're not gonna be Manchester because they were there for 5 years.
No.
No way. Australian and Greek, I can understand that. But my mate tells me that they treat him like an Australian Greek when he visited Greece.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
They do, because we don't we got accents and that. So we're not saying we're not Australian. We're not saying that. We're saying that we're both.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what we're saying.
I could factually, in soccer, represent Australia and Cyprus.
Yeah.
And probably Greece.
I'm a Greek citizen. I'm like
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
was
saying.
told to go to the army.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, boys, I was born in Cyprus. I came here when I was 23. And when I go back to Cyprus, they call me the Australian.
There you
No,
go.
this is the problem.
There you go.
This is the problem, right? So when we go to Greece, right, we're called Australian. When we come back to here, we're called dirty wog.
Yeah.
You're a Greek, this and that. You know what I mean? So we don't know what we are.
When I was a kid in 1979 and I went to India, they treated me like I was an Australian. Yeah, probably.
Huh?
Yeah, I know what he's saying. I get it.
Yeah.
I understand it. That doesn't make it right.
It's how you feel, man. It doesn't matter to me personally. You can be born anywhere. It doesn't matter where you're born.
Yeah,
Right? To me,
your heritage
it's
is
how you
so
feel
important now.
and how you're brought up. That's how it is.
I know it sounds like racist, right? But if they put me in a lineup, they put us in a lineup of all the people, and they say pick out the Australian. No one's picking me.
What's an Australian? What's the definition of an Australian? The culture
Well,
is so
Australian is more of
diverse.
it's a Western world, isn't it?
Yeah, but so diverse.
Now-
What's an Australian?
Well, yeah, that's true.
What is an Australian?
That's a good point.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a good point.
You're not going to know what an Australian
Yeah,
is
no,
until
that's a good
like
point.
100 years when there's no more immigrants coming here.
That's actually a good point.
Like, what's an
'Cause
Australian,
we are
bro?
so diverse
We're
now.
so diverse. Everyone's from different cultures here, man. Do you know what I mean? What is an
Like,
Australian, bro?
what is? Let's ask. GT says he's Aussie, Russell. What is the true blue Aussie now?
Exactly. There
What is it?
isn't.
I'm asking, what is it?
I
What
don't
is it?
know. Back in the day, in the 60s, 70s, 50s, whatever, it was the Anglo-Saxon, right? The English,
Yeah.
right? Come from England. They were the Aussies. But now, mate,
It's how
it's every
Oh.
yeah.
Here we go. Sorry. It's how you feel. Culture is culture. See my comment above. Best Before says, born in Oz 45 years ago. Up until 20, I would go for England in the football. Now I support only Australia. I think my British heritage was more important to me then because it was important to my parents. There you go.
Mate, you told me Italy 2006 or the Italians that were from
I don't know
Australia.
one
were
Italian.
all going for
I only know one Italian
yeah,
that went for Australia.
exactly.
All my soccer mates, all these Italians are all going for Italy. Now, they didn't care.
Now, if Greece was playing Australia, I don't know what I'd go for. I'd probably go for Australia because I don't follow it that much. But yeah, I don't know. Now, if you told me, I'd probably go for Australia.
It's about the community and the feeling of the person. But if you are traveling around the world, you guys would be representing Australia more than your country of ethnicity. Like if you were on the news report, there would be a couple of Australian men. Not if I went there and spoke full Greek.
If I was living in Greece for like the last 2 years, I'm telling you, my Greek would be so good you wouldn't be able to tell
Mate,
that I'm from Australia.
Get me
I'm
back.
telling you now.
Get me to Cyprus
All right.
for 6 months, and everyone will think I'm Gibraltar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like because
you
I pick up the language. I can speak Greek. And yeah, I've got an accent now.
Yeah.
If I went there for 2 years, man, you wouldn't tell I'm Australian. I'm telling you now.
What do you mean? KP and Chris, did you know the Greek brothers Paul and Chris from the Marion Seafood on Marion Road, directly opposite the Marion Hotel? Yeah, the shop started 22 years ago. That's that one next to the hairdresser. Paul and Chris. No. You know, is there a seafood place next to the hairdresser across from the Marion?
Are they still there now?
Paul and Chris.
Oh, I don't know.
That's what he's saying.
Anyway, we should. If we're going to do a topic, we should do it next week.
We will. But it's funny talking about it.
We'll talk about this in fucking detail next week, but it's interesting because everyone's got different opinions on where they're from.
John disagrees with us. He's said it to us before, remember?
Yeah.
Johnny G. He said it to us before. He's full Australian. Remember, he was like, I love the government now because they gave me kids. And remember, he was saying that or whatever. He was some shit like that. Whatever. But he was saying
Is that
that.
what he said?
Oh, because my kids were born here. He was like, that, you know, that's when we're talking about Australia Day.
Yeah, no,
Remember?
look, listen. Everyone's got. It's how you feel, man. It's how you feel, and if I'm a citizen of Greece,
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah.
if someone says to me, "Oh, you can't be Greek," well, I am. So if
Dude.
I'm recognised over there, I wasn't born over there. However, I'm recognised there.
The other question
So
I asked you
I can
is,
be Greek
so
if I wanted to.
if we had went to Cyprus before I was 21, why would have I had to serve in the army if I was there longer? than
Exactly.
6
I got
months?
a letter from the army wanting me to serve.
Exactly.
If
I'm
I
not-
want to go live in Greece and be a Greek, I can.
Yeah.
I can.
Now that I'm older, I wouldn't have to do it, but I would have had to serve in the Cypriot army if we went. And they would have, you know what they were saying to my dad? When I got invited to Holland to play soccer, all of his cousins that were saying, send him to Cyprus. He'll have to go in the army, but they'll make him play soccer there. And then he can play for Cyprus. They didn't care. That's why the national soccer team thing doesn't mean anything.
It's how you feel, man.
Yeah.
That's what I reckon. It's how you feel and what it means to you.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Your lineage is way more important, man. If you've got no line, I'm the first line of Australians of my last name here.
I guess, the Greeks, because the Greeks, we'll just say the Greeks, and a lot of different cultures, they all stick together.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone's stuck together in their old
Yeah.
cultures. And when Greece plays, it means something because
Yeah, of course.
you're Greek. There's a history of Greece. When you think of Australia, what history do we have, really? Well, not like the Greek history.
Yeah, because we've only been
Do you know what I mean? So,
Australia's only been
But what's in the?
Yeah,
That's
but
what I'm
when
asking.
did
What's in
Australia
Australian,
get
bro?
colonised?
Yeah, but it's like
When did Captain
the
Cook?
identity of
what I'm saying
Australia is not like the
when did
identity of
Captain, when
Greece.
did Captain Cook come here?
17 something.
Yeah, by that time Greece had fucking
Mate,
so much history.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
that's what I'm saying. Like when you got like a country like Greece and your lineage is from there,
Yeah,
it's special to
Yeah, of course.
it's a special place for you. You know, like it's where Australia. Don't get me wrong. I love living here. I love everything about Australia, but you know, there's not much. Do you know what I mean? Like
The history.
What's
yeah.
what am I?
What's Australian?
You think to yourself, well, what is it? What am I? What's this about? You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like
100%.
and then you think about, well, you know, the indigenous used to have this land.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? It's not even now like they say that's their land, and we always say "Welcome to country" every time we do a sporting event now. So
It is interesting that ethnic people in the USA and France are expected to assimilate, but Australia has multiculturalism, Berenari says.
we do have multiculturalism.
Australia's very multicultural.
It is. I'm not saying that's wrong. All I'm saying is, what isn't Australian?
So
now?
if my,
you know what I mean? Like,
let's just say my dad got on a boat to America instead of Australia, I would have been American.
yeah.
No way.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
but that's just, there are plenty of ethnic neighborhoods still in America. In Pittsburgh, we have Polish Hill, and Squirrel Hill is predominantly Jewish. See, I was talking about that with you. Like, we don't have a large, like, whatever you call it, a large group. We don't have much Jewish in Australia. Not like America.
No, not like America. No.
It's not a thing. It's not a big thing here. I'm sure they're here.
We got heaps of Greeks, Italians.
Yeah, heaps of that. We got
heaps
more
of
that.
Europeans.
Yeah, more Europeans.
Yeah, but now there's more people from like heaps of Indians.
European culture is more family orientated. Siestas and kids drinking wine with dinner. Australian culture is more friend orientated. Bros before hoes. Depends on how your family brought you up.
Yeah, but either talking about the Anglo-Saxon. Is that what an Australian is? Like the
Well,
English?
So
Is that what you're
is
saying?
the Australian
Like how many?
is the Australian like a true blue Aussie? Is that just a pom? Is that just an
well,
English?
that's what I'm
Because
trying to say.
that's
Like,
what
what
they-
is it?
Because that's what they
Like,
came from.
how do I identify? Like, you know, what I mean?
I'm asking.
It's easier for me, right, to identify with a Greek because I was brought up with Greeks all
Yeah.
around me, than
Yeah.
an Aussie. Then an Aussie, well, I don't even know what an Aussie is, bro.
Dude,
Like some Crocodile Dundee. Is that what? Is that what?
I've told this story here before. I used to go to school and take full Greek food to school. In like my dad would put me, as we call it, fasolada, in a lunchbox, full on like Greek food. You know, like the Wog Boy
Yeah,
scene.
yeah. Like the
And
one-
like, but I used to do that.
yeah.
And this kid used to tease me every day about it, every day. And then one day he came up to me and he was like, looked around, he thought he was going to get teased. And he's like, he goes, that looks pretty good. Can we swap lunch? And I'm like, what's your lunch? And he had a salada biscuit,
Yeah.
2 saladas with cheese and Vegemite in it. And I said to him, I go, dude, I'm not eating that shit, but you can have some of my food. Right? Right? And he had it and he loved it, right?
Yeah.
He goes, this is the best thing I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And he said, you sure you don't want some of my food? I said, get that shit away from me.
I love Vegemite, by the way.
Yeah, no, but I don't like Vegemite. That's got nothing. That's just, you know. I was like, that was me. I was like, you can have some of my food. Like, I don't care.
All right, so
But
Australia.
but what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
they're very much like that. You know, Aussies are like, we'll trade. If I buy you a beer, if you buy me a beer, I owe you a beer. Ethnics are not like that.
No.
I'll go buy you a round. I don't care. You don't owe me nothing.
No, exactly.
That's
Well, what you were telling me before, like what do you love about like you know, I love my footy. That's Australian. I love
listen. I
love
grew
Vegemite.
up,
What
I
do
grew
you?
up like
Yeah.
I grew up watching. But you know what? I always say this, and people misinterpret when I say this. I love football, right? Like AFL, but I still think it's a stupid sport. And people misinterpret that when I say it. I think it's the dumbest game, but it doesn't mean I don't like it. The rules of AFL to me are so moronic, but I still think I still like it.
Oh, because of the goals and that. Yeah,
Everything. Goals, points, the stupid rules, like
Yeah.
how they change rules but I still like it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
That-
weird,
that-
but yeah,
Yeah, like, and people when I say that, like, what do you mean? What do you mean it's stupid? I'm like, because it's,
it's different.
Yeah.
It's not like a normal sport.
yeah.
No.
Your dad is heaps cool. Why is he called the Don? Because one day Chris just said he's the Don. That's it.
Helena Harper's.
Nah, but he used to call him it.
No,
Chris-
but Helena did it first.
Nah, I'm saying here on the show, Christopoulos just called him.
Yeah, but
Oppa was German and grew up in a particular time. Let's just say that Squirrel Hill wasn't his favorite place. There you go. An Australian does have a Jewish neighborhood. Yeah, I'm not saying
I'm not saying there's no
I'm
Jewish
not saying
here.
we don't have any, but it's not like America.
It's not like America, no.
Mate, they run America. They do.
No, it's not like
They
America.
run America. Hi, KP and Chris. See everyone in the chat. Zakal says. And Ronald comes in.
Ronaldinho.
I do agree with what Best Before said. European culture is very family orientated.
It is. It is. Look, as I said, like it's
High-ranking member of the family, GT says. That's why he's the Don.
he's the high-ranking family. But yeah, it's interesting. It's everyone's got different opinions on it, and it is what it is. Like it's how you feel, man.
Of course.
It's how you feel, and how you've been brought up.
and the Don is high-ranking member
You,
of a community.
you know what question I would ask?
Yes.
Do you know what question I would ask? I'd ask him. This is where you know. Would he be more proud if I'd represented Australia or Cyprus?
I think he'd be proud for both.
I know, but you know, like technically he's born in Cyprus, so but he says both. So there you go. But that's just
If KP became the Prime Minister of Australia or the Prime Minister of Cyprus, what would you be more proud of?
president of Cyprus. I'll burn shit down if I was president of Cyprus.
And you're liberated.
Socceroos up 2-1.
Hey.
Adyeri says, "Hi Menendez Brothers. How are you? We're not Menendez Brothers. Amanda Stavely should invest her money in Newcastle and come back to Newcastle United. Well, if you're into the Premier League, man, come and watch our Premier League show on Monday
Are
night.
we going to talk about the Menendez brothers?
We are. Now someone's brought it up. Menendez Brothers.
Menendez.
The Greek and the Cypriot are going to talk about the Menendez Brothers.
Well, it's funny because you don't know anything about it.
I don't know. You go to me, the Menendez Brothers. I'm like, who are they? Are they your mates?
How do you not know about the Menendez brothers, man?
Opa, Paul, we are breaking plates. Where's Damn? GT23 is drinking Uza at your house tonight. There you go. Let me read these last ones. We'll get into it. Being a fan of footy in America and trying to explain what's going on to someone who's never seen it is frustrating. See, Jeremy, he's agreeing with what I'm saying because it is. It's a funny sport. Do you know what I mean? Maybe stupid's a harsh word.
Oh, yeah. The Menendez brothers. No.
No, he's agreeing with me about trying to explain AFL to people.
Yeah. It's
Like when
similar.
my dad first came here, they said to my dad, 69, they go, let's go watch the football. And he thought they meant soccer because it's football in
Yeah,
Europe.
but he went...
And he goes, yeah, let's go. And he went up to the football and he goes, what the fuck's this? What's this shit? Because he had no idea, never seen it in his life.
Yeah.
But it, you know,
Yeah.
KP and Chrissy, Krispy Kreme are bringing out a Ghostbusters donut for Halloween.
God.
Oh my God. They have infiltrated the politicians in the USA and Australia. Sorry for the bad news there. Not my favorite subject, Baranari is saying. I think he's talking about the Jews.
Yeah, that's true, Bernari. That is true.
Australian
American-
football is, yeah.
It is easier.
Yeah.
American football is a bit harder. But American football, I like it.
Dude.
I love American football. It's good.
No, I'm not saying I don't dislike it. I like American football and rugby. People trying to explain it to me. I don't know what fuck's going on.
You
And
just
I
gotta
know
watch it.
sport and I know sports well. I
Yeah.
just don't.
You'd get like if you started watching it, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's how it works.
Dude, I get like I just
You're gonna make yards.
yeah,
and
it's
you
just
gotta
weird.
yeah.
It's a weird sport. That's a weird sport too.
It's a lot of tactics. Not in
Yeah.
rugby. Rugby there is. No,
More
no.
in NFL is. yeah.
NFL is all tactics, man.
I read
And
that already.
how
I
good-
read that already, Adyari. Matter of perspective. Explain it. Yeah, I was saying about matter of perspective about the two sports. All right. So
Ladies and gentlemen,
listen,
the encore.
that topic will come back next week because look how much everyone got into it.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Forget about it.
I love American football and I love Australian football, but I love the NFL more than the AFL
As a league. Oh, that's fair.
Like explaining cricket, man. You got to know what a crumpet is to know what
Who do
cricket
you go
is.
for, Bernard? Is it
Baranari.
Baranari? Who do you go for in the
Who do I go-
NFL?
I go for the Miami Dolphins.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of Dan Marino.
Dan Marino. And Snowflake. I love Snowflake.
I
That's not Snowflake. That's not Snowflake.
go for the Buffalo Bills.
You got to go for Dan Marino, man.
I used to like I used to like the
Pittsburgh Steelers.
I did like them.
See how I know all the names?
I did like
I
them.
don't know. Why do I know all the names?
Well, yeah, Buffalo Bills.
Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Anyway, guys, as we do, we always get into sport because we are very much a sports channel.
Anything else?
Which we love. We do love that.
Should we do NFL watch-alongs?
We could do it.
We could.
Super Bowl. We'll do Super Bowl watch-along?
100%.
100%. All right. We'll do Super Bowl watch-along. Take a day off. We'll do Super Bowl watch-along.
Let's do it.
There you go. KP, I almost gave my son Dan Marino as a middle name. I go for that, man. All because of Ace Ventura. That's my team.
Imagine like your name was, I won't say your full name.
Imagine your name was
Dan Marino.
Jeremy Dan Marino Miklos.
That'd be wild. That would be wild.
All
right.
Anyway, so Chris is going to take over for a second,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're going to bring some stuff up. We'll bring up like a bit of a website and that, as we can do that now. Chris said to me, let's do a show on the Menendez brothers. And I'm like, who the hell are the Menendez brothers? So take it away.
Well, the name Menendez comes from the Greek word Milo. What do you wear in the summer?
You know, my niece.
Arob. There you go. No.
My niece's name is Miller, so I call her Apples. That's what I call her. But it's she's like it's.
Sorry guys.
LOL, Jeremy, dude. Listen, I'd go for the Miami Dolphins. If there was a Pelicans, I'd go for them. The only reason I don't go for the Pelicans in NBA is because I have supported the Chicago Bulls since the 90s. I love the Chicago Bulls. So.
All right. So hold that thought.
Right, let's go.
So basically, how come you don't know about this?
Listen, I might know. I just want you to.
Now, I want to know in the chat, does anyone know about the Menendez Brothers Case? Do you guys know about it? Have you heard about it? I'm sure GT has.
Lyle and Eric Menendez were two brothers from the USA. So they're not. Their dad is Mexican.
So the dad was Mexican?
So they're Mexican.
I'm pretty sure that. Well, are they Mexican? But no, they were born in America. Are they Mexican? Nah, they're American. They're American. Because the dad became American after.
Whatever.
Anyway.
Oh, shit. Cuban. Oh, not Mexican. Cuban. His dad was Cuban.
Ronald Rowe Crows Porter. What the heck is that?
He loves crows. KP and Chris, I have the HFD cup. I'm actually drinking coffee with it right now. The merch.
Did he actually buy it? I
believe him. Cuban. So they were Cuban.
Anyway.
GT, for fuck's sake, tell me what they were. He wants to know.
About what?
About who they are.
Oh, yeah.
We watched the trial on TV in school. Oh, my God.
Yeah. So basically, so the dad came to America.
Mm-hmm.
He built an empire.
So Cuban, not Mexican, we're being told.
Oh, Cuban. Sorry. Cuban.
So like a Tony Montana style.
Yeah, Cuban. Sorry. I thought it was Mexican. But anyway, they're Cuban. He came to America. He built an empire, married an American lady. Not sure if she's from anywhere else. They had two boys. And, so they were just living a normal life, what we thought. And
they thought they were living a normal life, but the dad obviously didn't. He like...
No, they were living a normal life.
Oh, yeah, they were living a normal life.
Well, as if you were someone looking into the family, you would think they're living a normal life, right? A happy family.
Yeah.
They were rich. The dad was a hard ass though, really used to pressure the kids to do be the best. They were like tennis players.
Yeah.
And if they were lost, he would lose it, and he was really tough on these kids. Even with schooling as well. So these boys went to school. One's called Lyle, the other one's called I can't remember the other name.
Menendez.
Lyle and
we'll go with Menendez.
Help me out, guys.
Jeremy.
What was the other name of the other
Were they Cuban?
Lyle
I'm going to trust my old memory. There you go.
So anyway, they went to school. They went to all these colleges. The dad paid for this. The dad was, pretty much paying for everything for them. They lived in like luxury, bro.
Yeah.
They're like rich kids.
Yeah.
Like rich kids that wear the bloody, the college boy. We wouldn't like them.
Eric.
There you go, Eric.
GT, I think he knows about it. He's lying.
Yeah, Eric. And basically,
changed his name because you said
Eric.
about the crows. He changed his name to Ronald Rowe. I love HFD channel.
And basically, because the father was like so hard on them, like really hard on them, they got sick of living the life,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, this is probably like there's a lot more to it, but they thought that maybe they should they thought he was really they were doing a screenplay. Eric was doing a screenplay about and the screenplay was about like killing the kids killing their parents.
Oh my God.
And then they thought, well, maybe we should do it with our dad because
he's rich. He's a hard ass.
Yeah, and they just weren't enjoying life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So they did it. They went in and killed with shock. They one night they planned it, and they went through with it, and they had shotguns. And they went into the house. They killed the dad while watching TV.
Yeah.
And then they killed the mum as well. Now, when I'm talking about killing, I'm talking about they killed him like the shotgun was there, man, like that close. So the head was blown off. You couldn't even tell he was the dad after, right? So it was so gruesome, right?
Like the Crows coach, what his son did.
Yeah, but it wasn't as gruesome.
Oh, dude, he stabbed him like 70 times.
Yeah. But
Imagine that. That'd be like
yeah, that's pretty bad.
Nothing.
But this is like his whole face was even, and then the other Lyle actually, because the mum wasn't dead, he went back and reloaded and then went in and killed her. Now apparently they left the house after they killed them, and then they went back and pretended that someone had gone in and did it, and they blended on the mob, and then they were like living it up, like lavish lifestyles. They were partying, they were doing all this stuff, and then Eric, the younger one.
Why was the dad rich to begin with?
Because he was in business. He could have been. Yeah, he was a bit dodgy.
So
he was a bit dodgy. So it was a believable story.
Yeah.
And Eric,
they went to New York after and went to a Knicks game and ended up on a basketball card. Kind of creepy. Shit. Yeah. They went to Madison Square Garden and went to a Knicks game.
They did. They went everywhere, bro. They were like living it up, right?
Yeah.
Eric started to like
get trauma
from it. So he went and visited his therapist, and on a walk with his therapist, he told him the truth that they did it, right? And then that's when all hell broke loose.
I thought doctor-patient confidentiality.
Well, yeah, but then there was a lady. there was a lady that leaked it because
must have heard it.
Well, I have to watch the proper documentary. I've watched Monsters on Netflix. But there was a lady that the therapist knew and told her, and then she was like having an affair with the therapist, but the therapist broke up with her, and to get back to the therapist, she went and told the cops about it.
Shit.
Right?
So, I've watched heaps of these sort of stories with Jess, right?
Yeah.
And most of the time, when the kids do this to one of the parents, you usually justify it because the dad was like a pedophile or something. Well, but this wasn't the case, obviously.
Well, wait.
Oh, here we go.
Just wait. There's a lot to it, man.
Yeah, there we go. But that's what I'm saying. There's a few more stories that me and Jess have watched heaps of them.
Well, you probably have watched this one.
Yeah, I know. And you always like, you know what? Do you actually blame him? But maybe not.
You're on the right track.
Maybe not killing the mum. 3-1 up.
Okay.
Maybe not killing the mum, but if the dad was a pedo.
Anyway,
keep going.
Anyway, so they go to jail, right? They go, there's evidence they did it. They confessed to doing it, right? And they were going to get the death penalty, right? So they had to, and then they pleaded that they were getting molested
by the dad
and raped and having sex time with the dad since they were 6 years old.
See, but was it true though?
Well, the reason I believe it's true is because there was a cousin that said that he used to tell me that they used to have showers together, right?
Yeah.
So she recalled that a cousin, someone that
female cousin.
Yes, right, and that's the only reason I believe it.
Yeah.
They could have fabricated it all, but they didn't get the death penalty. And now, should they?
Yeah.
Right now, if you hear some of the stories that they used to endure by their father and what they used to do, the sexual acts, it's disgusting, man.
If he molested them, I don't care that they killed him. I'm saying.
Well, that's what people say. People say what I believe. I go,
if he did.
yeah, no. I just think like because they killed them, they should serve time for that, but not life sentence.
They should serve time for killing the mum because she didn't touch him.
But no, she allowed it though. She knew about
the fact
it.
that she let it.
She allowed it.
She might have just been petrified of him.
Well, she was probably.
That's what it was. He might have been beating the shit out of her too. You know, and she's like, "What can I do about this?"
Yeah.
To allow it to happen, which happens a lot when there's an abusive father. He's usually abusing the wife as well. That's why she doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Usually, listen, I don't know, but if he was doing that to children, he got everything that he deserved. I believe.
Well, that's.
Do you when you think about when there's a story and you hear a man was molesting his own children and then they killed him? Do you think I'm saying do you blame them?
No, I don't blame them. No way.
No way.
But let me just tell you something. They've been in jail now for 35 years or 30 years.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
So that's silly.
They were on the they were going to get the death penalty, but apparently, they're going to be released soon because all this has come out as well. You know, so especially now with the way things are.
Yeah.
Like,
but that doesn't give them 35 years of their life back.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Does anyone in the chat? I want to know what you think. Do you think? Are you telling me they weren't justified to kill him if he was raping them? He deserves that.
He deserves it, but like, I guess the way they killed it. I don't know.
Yeah, but maybe that's all they had. Are you telling me? I'll ask the question.
What if they're lying? That's the other thing.
That's what I'm saying. If it's true, which maybe no one will ever know, but if they just killed them because they wanted the money, like,
I just think, well, the thing is, the dad said to them before they did it all that he was going to take him off the wheel.
Yeah.
So that was another motive for them to kill the parents.
Yeah.
It goes a lot deeper into it. If you watch, there's a document. There's a thing called Monsters. It's like a series.
Yeah, on Netflix.
And then there's a documentary. The documentary is the one you want to watch because Netflix series make it out. They make all this bullshit up to make it more interesting. So don't go by exactly what they say there.
You know how you're saying it's such a gruesome way, like the shotgun, right?
It was very gruesome.
But I bet you that's a better way to die than how Phil Walsh did.
Probably because
you would rather a shotgun bullet to the face than get stabbed 20 times.
But why would you kill the mum for? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because
they were saying, because we're just letting her go because like she wasn't happy. But that's psychotic. Like, you got to be psychotic to do that though, don't you? Like
to kill your own parent
like that?
No. What I'm saying, remember, I always bring it back to Phil Walsh. The kid had issues. They've said it.
Yeah.
To kill your parent, there's either got to be something wrong with you, or they've done something to you.
Well, why did Phil Walsh's kid kill his parents?
Because he had issues. He didn't kill his dad.
Yeah, but why?
Because he was like schizophrenic.
Yeah, but his dad never did nothing wrong to him.
Because
we don't know that.
He had an issue. What I'm saying is he had mental issues.
Yeah.
You've either got something wrong with you, or that guy's molested you or something. That's what I believe. Or there's a motive. You want to be able to pull a trigger on your dad if he's done nothing to you, even if it's for money. You've got something wrong. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
You got issues. To be able to do that, you got issues.
And to blow his head off.
Yeah, you got issues.
Yeah.
They killed the dad to get the money and property. They are dangerous people who are ruthless, and they never proved any of their abuse claims. This is what I'm saying.
They are.
If it's not true, it's fucking stupid.
Well, they are. They aren't they? I thought they are.
Here. Oh, let's read a few.
I thought their claims are real. That's why they're getting released.
So Jeremy, the one from US, says, I always thought they were lying about the abuse. I feel like their way to justify it. They were spoiled, rich little fucks and wanted the money. Berenari says, just my opinion. Best Before says the truth lies in the middle. Maybe not sure about sexual abuse. 100% physical abuse though. Maybe he was just beating the shit, But they went crazy spending money and shot the mum because of the inheritance. If it was sexual,
they should have shot the mum.
See, but Best Before saying what I'm saying. If he was sexually abusing them, they have justification. But if he wasn't, then it's
but they shouldn't have shot. They shouldn't have shot the mum then.
Well, she was allowing it. She's just as bad. She's an enabler.
She is.
In the last couple of days, boys, a similar thing happened in Athens.
Yeah.
Two Albanian brothers found out that their cousin was coming back to Athens from Albania, got in touch with him, arranged to meet him, and they killed him.
Why though?
That he was sexually abusing them
Yeah, maybe he was.
when they were
Younger.
younger.
So
Maybe
now
he-
are these Albanian guys in jail now?
Or he's been arrested. They've been arrested.
Maybe
Yeah.
he was abusing him though.
But they don't know it.
What I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. I don't know. No one would ever know. But if that man, the Menendez father, molested his own children, he got everything he deserved. But if he
100%.
But if he didn't, and he was just a strict father, etc., and had money, and they wanted the money, they deserve to be.
But is there a better way they could have handled that instead of killing?
Yeah, but when you're a kid, you don't think you. Probably in America, especially, you think if I go to the cops, they're not going to help.
Apparently, their brains. Apparently, there was a study done on them. I don't know that when they did it, they had the brains of a kid. Like one of them was
Children.
like a 10-year-old,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
other one was an 8-year-old.
So they could have had autism or something.
Maybe
Yep.
that's what they reckon.
Hogwarts, yeah.
But no one goes and like for money.
Mm.
No one goes and kills their parents just for money.
That's what I'm
Who-
saying. You got to have an issue up
Yeah.
here. You got to have something wrong with you. That's
Have
what
to.
I'm saying. Unless he was molesting him, then it's justified. I always say that.
But
And-
have you seen?
and- no,
like when
sorry.
he sits there and tells it,
Well,
you can
wait,
tell
before you even get, if he was molesting his own children, he got off easy. Just getting killed is
Yeah, I
not-
know. That's
not
what I'm
enough.
saying. I reckon he would have got worse, like punishment, like
Yeah,
you know,
but
in
would he?
jail.
Do they punish pedophiles? They let them out over there, bro.
Oh yeah, they do.
They put drug dealers
They do.
and people in jail for longer than pedophiles.
Yeah,
man,
they do. They do.
which is pathetic.
Yeah, they do.
But anyway,
Yeah, it's. Well, I don't know. The reason I believe is because the cousin said that she remembers that when Eric was telling him about him having showers with the dad. Now that's fucking odd, man. That is odd.
Berinari says the judge and jury knew more than what they knew. They were convicted of double murder. The two kids are not mentally ill. They did it for the money. But what I'm saying is, if
Yeah,
you,
but who does that,
now
bro?
what I'm saying
They
is,
must be mentally ill.
Berinari, I'm saying if you can pull a trigger on your father, even if it's for the money, you're mentally.
Something's
You've
wrong
got
with you.
schizophrenia or something.
You got something wrong with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No one just
Whatever-
does that, bro.
I don't know if that's considered mentally ill, but you've got issues. If you can kill your parent
That's what I'm
just for
saying.
money, you got issues.
That's why when
Yeah.
the daughter, when the cousin said it, that they were having showers together.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that odd? I don't know, guys.
Damn has entered the chat. What up, damn? Yes, sir, Berinari. I've got to go to class. You boys have a good day. Everyone in the chat too, have a good one. Take it
See you,
easy,
Jeremy.
Thanks for popping in. Who are we talking about?
The Menendez brothers.
The Menendez brothers, damn.
Menendez.
Chris, that will be awkward if his cousin have a shower with his dad. Ronald
No,
says.
not the cousin. The cousin was talking to Eric, and Eric was telling him about it.
It was a lot of money, guys. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I couldn't go shoot my dad for $1 billion. Like that, I don't care if it's millions. That to me doesn't. You've got issues. You've still.
Well, why are they going to get released soon? And their testimony about the dad, they must be good actors then, if that's the case, because the way they were on this, they were talking about it, and the way it was happening, the way he was crying, and the way he looked like he was a wreck.
Yeah.
Now, unless they're good actors, I don't know. You got to watch it and you decide for yourself. But if he, as you said, they killed him because of the molestation, then 100% justified.
See you later, man.
But the mum, I understand she's an enabler, but far out. I think you could not have. If you just killed the dad, it would have made more sense, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Would have made more sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you don't kill the mum. Yeah, she enabled it, but fuck, you blew your bloody mum's head off too, man. Like like at point blank range.
You know, we've
Point blank range, bro.
We've talked about like conspiracies on here before. Like, remember when we talked about the John Bennett Ramsey one?
Yeah.
There's some fucked up shit that's happened over there, eh? Like
America,
people
yeah.
killing
This
their
was in-
own
this was-
daughters,
yeah.
guys killing their own parents.
This was in the early 90s.
What up, Amanda? Davey, they were spoiled sociopaths. Yeah, I'm not denying that.
They were.
Google-
They were. They were spoiled. 100% they were.
Google Ed Kemper quickly decapitated his grandma and had sex with her head. Yeah, but that means he had issues. Like Ted Bundy, right? Was killing women, burying them, going back, digging them up, and having sex as necrophiliac with the dead corpse, right? So he had issues. He's not he's not a normal person. He's got issues.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what I'm saying. Anyone that does this shit has. I don't care if they've been diagnosed. They're getting. You know what? They're getting diagnosed by the doctor HFD. They've got issues.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Welcome to America.
Welcome to America, y'all. Welcome to America. The cousin's story is hearsay and not admissible to be heard in court case. The cousin would have to testify herself. Yeah, I get that. Skvirwick says, I think they are saying the truth about the sexual abuse because the two cousins, Andy and Diane, testified that they told them about
That's what I'm talking about.
years before the murders. There you go.
That's why I believe what they're saying.
Like and subscribe if you're new to this channel, Ronald. So yeah, absolutely, guys. Like,
Because
share,
and
subscribe.
their detail of the sexual what they do, and I don't know if it's hard to believe it's fabricated, but it can be.
Look up Lizzie Borden. That was a genuine case of abuse. Listen, the abuse ones, I say, me and Jess have watched so many of them, right? And every time the kid is getting abused and goes back and kills the parent, you like us on the side of the kid. You never on the parent. You're like, yeah, well, fuck them. They abused them. Like
Yeah.
and on that, if any parent can abuse their own child or any child for that matter, they've got fucking issues.
Of course.
They've got issues.
Well,
mate.
it stems down even further
Yeah.
to what issues they had growing
Of
up.
course, yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't excuse the fact.
They could have paid the cuz to lie, though. Yeah, see, that's another point. Because when they got so much money, they could have. They could
But this was ages.
Yeah.
This was like, I think this was like recently that this happened. So I think their estate was finished, man. I don't think they had any more money left, to tell you the truth.
It's interesting.
I don't know. Lizzie Borden was a long time ago.
Man,
Check it
why
out.
did the sub counter go back to not the sub counter went back to not transparent? I'm gonna have to change that.
What do you mean? It's fine.
No, but it's not transparent if you look at it carefully.
Oh,
It's
it's
got a
alright.
cube there. I'll fix it later.
I don't know, man. But it's actually, if you got time, watch it with Jess and make
We'll
your own
watch it. Yeah,
decision
we'll watch
and
it.
to see if they're guilty or not.
There's so
I-
many different ones that people want me to bring up, but
There's a lot.
dude,
But yeah, I mean, you know what the thing is, right? When they shot and killed them after their deaths, and they blamed it on the mob, right? You listening?
yeah, I was just looking at that comment. Yeah,
They went out and partied, bro.
yeah. So
So that means they're more, and that's why people think they're more inclined to have made the story up about the molestation because it looked like they didn't give a shit.
yeah,
And then after Eric told the therapist because he felt guilty.
he started having trauma.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. It's a trauma response too, though. Amanda is saying, yeah, go out and party. It could be, listen, that could be.
Oh yeah, that could be, yeah.
I'll read a few of them. Mindhunter on Netflix is an absolute banger of a show based on the beginnings of an FBI using behavioral psychology by studying serial killers on death row. I've seen that. We've watched that. The death row one. Yeah, it's good. A daughter, 27-year-old, beheaded her mum at St. Clair, New South Wales. Jessica Camilleri liked horror movies, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Jeepers Creepers. She took her mother's head to the show. Her neighbors then rang Triple O.
How about this one? Have you seen that lady? Amanda, what was that lady called? With the daughter, and she killed the mum, and she used to keep her in confinement. Do you remember that? You remember that one?
Well, there was one.
There's a movie about it.
The one in Port Adelaide. There's one here happening in Adelaide.
What?
There's one here. It's a movie about it, and it was keeping the mum was keeping the son in confinement. Like, oh, you're talking about Room?
What?
You know, with the movie Room.
Gypsy Rose.
Oh, Gypsy Rose.
It's called The Act.
Yeah.
So she, right, was meant to believe that her mum was meant to believe that everything was bad outside. She was going to get diseases if she went anywhere, and she was just kept in the house, right? And she used to lie to her daughter.
Yeah.
And she had this lady, the mum had a mental illness.
Yeah, of course.
And she was obsessed with her daughter, leaving her inside. She never saw the light of day.
Well,
she used to make out that she was sick. She used to make out that she was sick there.
Because they're
She used
cool.
to take her to chemotherapy. She had no fucking cancer, nothing, right? And they were taking her to
'cause they're
chemotherapy, bro.
cooked. What about that one where she won an Oscar? The one that plays Captain Marvel, Room.
I haven't seen that one.
So she gets kidnapped young by this guy, puts her in a room, and he keeps her in there in confinement, and he keeps raping her, and she has a kid,
Oh god.
and like she has a boy, and eventually she gets out, but like she had a rape child, like this guy was just like,
Jeez.
she won an Oscar.
We're gonna watch that one.
Room. It's called Room.
Okay, but that Gypsy Rose one, man, because she
The
takes it to like doctors.
Yeah.
Gives and pretends that she's sick.
Yeah.
Where she's not. Nothing's wrong with her. She lost her teeth or something, and from all the injections she was taking, and she was just making her sick with all these stuff she was giving her because she was like, and then no one knew about it though. Everyone thought that she was sick. That everyone thought that she was a one of those kids that had a disability.
Yeah.
But she wasn't. She was a normal kid, man. Well, so she killed the mum. She killed her.
That's like
she found out and killed her.
That's like that other movie.
Is she in the wrong?
No way.
She went to jail though.
Ah, bullshit.
She did, but she's out now.
That's like that other movie with what's that guy's name? He was in Breakfast Club when he was young. He was the tough guy. But he's in a movie where he plays the dad, and he's a full hard nut dad.
Yeah.
Me and Jess watched it, and he locks his daughter in this. They've got a bomb room like underground in there.
Yeah.
And he plays along for like 20 years with the mum that his daughter ran away, and he goes down and rapes her and has a kid with her
for 20 years.
And then eventually it gets found out. Judd Nelson, the Judd Nelson one. Jeez. Has anyone seen that?
No.
What's it called? Can anyone tell me?
I love how Chris says what? Ale.
You know what I mean? He was like the bad guy in Breakfast Club.
What's Paul saying?
Hello there. You say hello there.
Hello there. Oh, yeah.
Hello there. I'll read a few of the chats.
Far out. That's fun. Dude, how can people be so evil to do this, man?
It's pathetic.
But
the mum had Munchausen by proxy.
Yeah, that's a disease.
Munchausen by proxy. It's fucked up.
But still, man, like she deserved to die. Like
of course.
What could that poor girl do?
No, I haven't seen it, Amanda. At the time of the murder, the two men were 18 and 21. It took 2 trials to convict the brothers of their parents' murder. 2 juries deadlocked in 1994 and Lyle and Eric Menendez. Do you know what? Can I tell you one thing? That is the most coherent comment I've ever seen Ronald make. Ronald wrote this. Look, I'm going to read it again.
Can you read it again, please?
This is Ronald. Mind you.
Okay.
At the time of their murder, the 2 men were 18 and 21. It took 2 trials to convict the brothers of their parents' murders. 2 juries deadlocked in 1994 after Lyle and Eric Menendez.
Oh my God.
Is that the most coherent you've ever heard, Ronald?
He must have copy and pasted that from Google.
Yeah, what's the Judd Nelson one? Can anyone tell me?
ChatGPT.
Hey, I forgot to say that I loved your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference. Crumpet, yeah.
Crumpet, yeah.
I love Teenage Mutant Turtles.
You gotta know what.
When is the next soccer stream? Harvey says. There'll be a Premier. There won't be a Premier League one this week on Monday because there's no Premier League, so I'm having a week off. And then, see, even Dan said that's 100% imposter. ChatGPT. But yeah, every Monday there's a Premier League show, Harvey, and then
imposter.
Well, we only watched the first half because we had to go live, but we got told we're 3-1 up just then. So
it was actually a pretty shit game. Like what I was watching.
The first half was pathetic.
I don't know about
Australia were terrible, but
the first half, but I don't know about the second half.
Harvey, yeah. So Harvey comes in every Monday night. There's a Premier League show, and then whenever I can do a watch along, I will do watch alongs. Obviously, because of the time, it's a bit. So can anyone tell me what that Judd Nelson movie is called? So he locks.
That's better, Ronald.
Yeah,
that's better. That's better. That's the Ronald we know.
Yeah. So yeah, Judd Nelson plays the dad, and he locks. He locks his daughter.
What's it called?
I'm trying to ask. Can anyone tell us? Anyone tell me what it's called? Yeah, and he for like 20 years keeps her in there. She has kids in there.
Who's the bloke in the chat that I was talking to about
Blue Eye Samurai?
Who's that?
I don't remember. What chat was it in? Was it in a footy one? We watched it, Chris. Amanda's saying.
Did we?
Well, the Judd Nelson one.
Did we?
It's evil, man, when he's doing it.
We probably did.
Yeah, but what's it called, Amanda? Can you get it? The name of it? It's bad, man. Me and Jess were watching it, and it's like evil, bro.
I know. There's some and that's all that happened, didn't it?
Yeah. I think it was based on a true story. Yeah.
It's like that true story we watched the other day, man. Remember?
Last week, chat the Hollywood pod. Oh, you were talking to him last week. Girl in the basement.
Girl in the basement. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. That wasn't a World Cup qualifier, Harvey. That was an Asian Cup qualifier, wasn't it?
Yeah, World Cup's ages away.
Yeah, but they're still doing qualifiers.
Yeah.
But I think that was an Asian Cup qualifier.
Yeah, I think so. It was Asian. It was Asian. Girl in the basement, yeah.
The real Ronald would have said, I was 18 and the guy was 21 and I went to my house for trial and lost my keys at my wife's house.
That's what the real Ronald would say.
Yeah, Girl in the Basement. Yeah, it's
I can't remember watching it.
it's a sick movie, man.
Are we sure? Are you sure I watched it?
She's saying yes.
Okay.
Raven Ronald's laughing.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, so imagine that. A man, he's upset because his daughter's growing up. You know, he thinks she wants to go out and stuff. Locks her in the base in a bomb shelter.
Forget about it.
Goes down and rapes her. You know, has kids with her for like 20 years. And the kids are living down there, bro.
Yeah, it's disgusting, bro.
It's fucked up. Yeah, there we go. Then she couldn't get used to living in the house. Yeah, and Room is like that too. Room is bad when she won an Oscar. She like has a rape child. He's like locked her in this room, and she eventually gets out, and then she can't adjust to like life. She's like,
crazy, man.
Can you stream, please? Australia versus Saudi Arabia. When is it?
When is it?
Tell me when it is, and I might do it.
Do you remember that movie with Sally Field and she was stuck in Iran? She married a guy from Iran.
Maybe.
And then she was like, because of his customs, she was like forced to stay there.
Probably.
And be with her. And she said, well, I want to go back home and do this and that. She was like, because of the culture, she didn't know what she was getting into. And she was stuck there.
That was a true story.
It was a true story.
Do you remember that movie? Do you remember that movie with Sally Field where she divorced her husband and then her husband dressed up as an old lady to babysit the kids?
Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire.
That was wild.
Yeah. Not Without My Child. That's the one there.
Not Without My Child.
It's a good movie, man.
Hey. Mrs. Doubtfire, man.
Oh, it was good.
And then do you remember that Sally Field film where her son was like a simpleton and then he like conquered the world? He had Bubba Gump shrimp. He was wild.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, Robin Williams.
I can't watch Tom Hanks movies anymore.
I know, it's so upsetting. Robin Williams I can watch. Do you reckon Robin Williams was against them and they killed him?
Probably.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Oh shit! I remember that movie, Chris. Yeah, man, it's so sad.
Yeah.
Dave, that's a sad movie, man.
It was a sad movie. Chrissy just turned into my mum. Are you sure I've seen that despite her having the poster in her room? Dude, Miss Doubtfire was wild.
Chrissy turned into
Listen, Robin Williams is one of the most talented actors I've ever seen. When he passed, do you know how upset I was?
Yeah.
I was
he was good.
upset.
He was good.
Dude, so talented.
He was good. I used to love, I love the Bicentennial Man.
Yeah, but
Have you seen
everything he did,
it's really good.
he was so good.
Yeah. 100%.
Do you remember back into the old one? Did you ever see Good Morning Vietnam?
I think so. Yeah.
So he was hosting a radio show during the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
And he just he ad-libbed everything.
Yeah, he's good.
Dude, he was amazing, man.
So if you had the vigilante nephew in a movie.
Yep. 100% KP.
But yeah, that's a good movie. If you ever watch it, it's sad, man. It's really sad.
Oh my God, the Don, Amanda says. He's there. He's right there. He said he's Cypriot, not Australian. What about the wrong'un? Young Philly. Squeezy what? Squeezy fuckwit. Amanda says hello. Oh man.
So you got to watch the Menendez thing, man. We got to do it with Jess.
Panic Room. That was good with Jodie Foster.
Oh, that was good too.
And Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, that was good.
That's a good
Panic
movie.
Room's
Yeah,
good.
that's good.
Panic Room's really good.
Because she like needs her insulin.
Yeah.
She's like got diabetes, the kid.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. That is good. That's not a true story though. That's
not
a true story.
Not a true story. It's just a good movie. Real good movie. She's a good actress, man.
Panic Room was good.
She's good in
But you gotta get with Jess and watch Menendez and then get back to me what you think.
Do you know?
And watch the way they testify about their molestation and stuff with their dad.
See what their faces are.
Yeah, because you can tell, like, unless they're good actors, man.
Yeah.
And the act, you gotta watch the act, bro.
Have you? Me and Jess watched this documentary lately on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called, where this guy used to do boot camps for kids. Right, he used to do these boot camps, and parents would send their kids, like, pay big money to send their kids to this boot camp.
Yeah.
And then this kid died on a boot camp because they got like pushed too hard.
Yeah.
But then it came out later he was like raping the kids.
Oh, there you go.
It's on Netflix. I don't know if anyone's seen what's it called. It's like Big American Story too. Do you remember Sally Field flying as a nun? Yes, GT.
Well, you know what's gonna happen now? All this P Diddy stuff, right? It's gonna be movies in like 10 years time
100%.
about how they did this with all these
100%.
kids, Justin Bieber and all that. You know what I mean?
I've seen that Awakenings. Yeah. A tearjerker. I love Robin Williams.
Yeah,
I think the two most talented comedic actors ever, this is my honest opinion, Eddie Murphy and Robin Williams, like comedic.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. The interest you talking about will be the
Yeah,
real.
real true story. Thanks. He's back. He's back.
Who's back?
Ronald.
Ronald.
Yeah, I got.
There's a lot of.
No,
really-
MJ. Yeah, Michael Jackson. I think I had said that to Chris. I think he's the most talented musician ever. MJ, 100%.
They killed him, man.
Eddie Murphy imitated him.
They killed him, guys. They killed MJ. I'm telling you.
Have you seen Eddie Murphy imitate him? It sounds like it.
Did you hear they got a ton?
There's a tunnel from P Diddy's house to Michael Jackson's.
I know.
You told me that.
Yeah.
That's
Found
terrible.
that. Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. And he was gonna expose them all in his concerts. MJ.
Jamie Foxx is very talented too. Yeah, I agree. He's very talented.
I'm going like.
Hey,
I'm still not buying.
you
it.
just remember us.
It's all right, man. Like,
Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems is terrific. Adam Sandler's a good actor too.
I love Adam Sandler. Don't you want to have nightmares, man? Just I mean, there's a lot of really bad stuff that's happening around the world, and hopefully that no one in this chat or anywhere around you has to ever endure any of those kind of stuff, man, because it's disgusting.
Well, what about the UFC fighter, Cain Velasquez?
I know.
So the former heavyweight champion of the world, his niece, and I think another 200 kids were getting raped by this
I know.
daycare, this guy that was running a daycare center. He goes and tracks him down on the highway. He's holding him down, about to kill him.
And he gets arrested.
And he gets arrested.
Oh, I would have killed him.
What I don't get is this: what I don't get. I've said this before on here. Couldn't the cops go there, right? They go, wait a second. This is me. If I'm a cop, this would be me. I don't care what anyone says. If I'm a cop right now and I see Cain Velasquez holding that pedophile, I'll be like, oh, guys, he killed him before I got my gun out.
Yeah, but if you're a cop, right, you wouldn't know at the time. All you see is a guy trying to kill someone else.
Nah, man.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. How would you know?
Cain Velasquez should be given a medal. I'll be like this.
100%,
I'll be like
baby.
this. I would have been there as a cop, and I'll be like, in my
Yeah,
report.
but how would you know?
In my report, they'll be like, what happened? I'll be like, oh, listen, I didn't get my gun out in time, and he killed him. And then I arrested him.
Yeah, but if you're on the scene, right, and you see someone on the ground
they
about to
knew
kill
about
someone.
it. That's why, because they got called in because it was a big thing. They're like, he's
Oh, if they knew about it, different
he's
story.
chased him on the highway. he's
Yeah,
tracked
that's
him
different.
down.
That's different. That's different.
Couldn't
Yeah,
they just let him kill him
yeah.
and then arrest him?
But it would have been the whole Menendez case again.
Who
Wouldn't it?
gives a shit? He said straight out, I'm going to kill this guy. Let him kill him first. He's a pedophile. No, but they protect him. Oh, so
Why do they
we
protect
saved
him
this guy's
for?
life now. And you know what? We've saved his life. We'll put Cain Velasquez in general population and we'll put this pedophile in solitary confinement. Fuck me, man.
Why? Isn't it funny how they protect, like, everywhere you go, especially in
protect them.
Australia, they protect them. Why? Explain to me why. Davey, did you watch the Rachel Vaughn thing? Remember I told you guys last week? Did you guys watch it?
Did you watch Night Stalker? The Hunt for Richard Ramirez doco? No, I haven't seen that.
No, I haven't seen it. There's a lot of ones we have to watch.
I said this to you before.
Just tell us and we'll watch them.
I said this to you before. All these people that are backing up P. Diddy, right? And they were saying, oh, it's all hearsay, right? And remember what I said to you. If Homeland Security, I said Joe Rogan said it, invade your house with machine guns, it's not hearsay. You've done something.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And how about LeBron, man? Tell us what about, like, do you think he's better than Michael Jordan?
No way. And I said this to Chris now. I'll say this forever now. Jess showed me the list of all the people that have been to P. Diddy parties. And I said this to Chris. Anyone ever tells me LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, I'll say, yeah. But Michael Jordan didn't need to go to a P. Diddy party.
That's right.
Michael Jordan
That's right.
made himself great without going to a P. Diddy party. What's LeBron doing if he's the best basketball player in the world? Fuck's he doing at a P. Diddy party where they're trafficking kids?
That's right. 100%.
What's he doing, man?
Well, it's funny, like, we're a monetized channel, so we do make a bit of money on this channel. So last week, the podcast last week got demonetized.
When I bagged Beyonce and Jay-Z.
He got demonetized. And we tried to monetize it, but they wouldn't allow it. So there you go. So
and
someone's hiding something.
And once we had my brother on here, aka Krillin,
Yeah.
and he loves all this stuff. He's like full into it against the elite and that. And remember, we got fact checked that night when he was on here talking, didn't we? We full got fact check.
Yeah, 100%.
LeBron is a weirdo, Davey said. I still have it open. I've got to watch it when I get the time. Then we will get the taxpayers, aka the kids of the molested children, to feed them in prison. Exactly.
Yep.
The parents, I mean. Yeah, 100%.
Sad, man.
Reborn. What up, Reebs?
Hey, Reeves. Yeah, it's sad, man. It's yeah.
I'll say that all the time now. What is LeBron doing there?
Exactly.
27-year-old who cut off her mother's head said on the phone to 000 if someone could be brought back to life if their head was cut off. That means she's got issues.
Massive issues,
Yeah.
bro.
I always got a bad feeling about that P. Diddy guy. Puff Daddy changed the name to Diddy, but he was not fooling me.
100%. I don't even like his music.
That's what I'm saying.
I think his music is like really bad.
I said this to Chris before. So apparently The Rock's in on it, right? We were talking
Maybe.
about it, right?
I don't know.
Apparently. But I said this to Chris. Answer me this. And he agreed. He actually agreed. How many of The Rock's movies are A-list? So The Rock was a really good wrestler. We know that. Great wrestler.
Oh, we loved him.
Right? One of the best. How many of his movies are grade A? What did the Don say? He goes, none. You said maybe one or two?
Yeah. Nah, Welcome to the Jungle.
Yep. That's what I said. And
Walking Tall.
Yeah, Walking Tall. Sorry. Yeah, Walking
Rundown is Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah. Sorry. Them two. That's what I said. So why?
There must be another one.
No, but this is what I said.
I like Fast and Furious 5 was good.
So, and
but that wasn't just him though.
And Walking Tall didn't even go cinema, bro. It was low budget.
Walking Tall was
But
great.
it was low budget.
Good
And it was
movie.
a remake of an old movie.
Yeah.
Why is he so big if all his movies are like that? They're not even big.
Pain and Gain it was funny.
Yeah, but still, why is he so big? None of them have been A-lists, man.
I mean, if you talk to a 6-year-old, they say the Tooth Fairy would be the best.
That's what I'm saying. None of them. You compare him.
Scorpion King, maybe.
He's an action hero. Compare him, Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger,
No, you
Sylvester
can't.
Stallone.
No,
He has no movies like them, but look how big he is. Why?
he's bigger than them.
Yeah, why? Because he's with the P. Diddy and all that, bro.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
Well, I'm good, Reborn. How are you, man?
But there's no. I don't know if he's any. There's no accusations against
Yeah,
him.
he's
at the
saying
moment.
Pain and Game was funny. That's about it. How many male actors haven't appeared in a movie dressed up as a woman?
Look at what's his name? What's his name? Mel Gibson.
Mhm.
One of the best actors of all time, right?
Compare Mel Gibson and The Rock. They're not even close.
No, but do you see any Mel Gibson movies now?
No, where are they?
No,
Nowhere.
there's no one.
No, because he wanted to out them years ago.
Yeah, I know. Well, he made a documentary about
He
it.
did.
He's made a documentary about it, guys.
Zakal's going, man. Take it easy, Zakal. Take it easy, man. You know what's going to be funny? I know you don't like them,
Who?
but they take shots at everyone, and they've paid out P. Diddy before,
I don't like them.
and they've done an episode about P. Diddy ripping him years
You
ago.
mean South Park?
But I guarantee you it's funny when they do it again, because they will, because they're against him. They've paid him out before.
Yeah.
They did this 10 years ago, paying him out, and everyone just thought it was them being dickheads.
Yeah.
But obviously it wasn't, because all the Hollywood that knew, like, imagine when they do it again, they will do it again. You know they will. You know they're going to do one about P. Diddy having parties. They're going to do it.
Oh yeah, the skyscraper one. It was called
But that was shit.
I liked it. What was it
It
called?
wasn't a good movie. The one when he was with the helicopter.
There's been some good ones, man. Like Jumanji was good. I like Jumanji. The first one was really good.
The one when he was in the helicopter. That wasn't an A-list movie, though.
Well,
The skyscraper one, the helicopter.
it's hard to compare Commando or Predator
But
to now.
Ricky Gervais, The Rock is a terrible actor. Hey, everyone. In the chat, seeing KP's 2 nice gold soccer trophies. Oh, thanks, man. He was in a
Is that the one with the
helicopter guy.
the helicopter guy or
What's it called?
Sylvester Stallone?
No, that was different. But I know he was flying the helicopter in it. He was like like he would rescue people, a rescue pilot.
Rescue Pilot, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
You're talking about
Hmm?
what's his name?
The Rock.
The Rock.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen any accusations against The Rock, so I can't. It's hard for me to say he's part of all that,
It was
but
called
he could be.
Quakers or something.
You just don't know.
The earthquake of San Andreas.
San Andreas, it was called.
San Andreas. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, but it wasn't A-list. It's not still not
No,
A-list.
it wasn't as good as like Predator. Or
It
something
wasn't
like
an
that.
A-list movie. No way.
No, it wasn't.
None of his movies
I
are.
mentioned that to you before.
Yeah, San Andreas.
I thought Fast and Furious 5 was good. Fast and the Furious 5 was good.
You know which one
He
of his?
does,
You know
he
what's
does.
one of his best movies? Actually, I don't know. I can't remember what it's called, but the Punisher guy's in it. John Bernthal.
Okay.
And The Rock is not playing a tough guy. He owns like a trucking company.
Okay.
And John Bernthal like drives a truck for him, but he's like an ex-con.
Oh.
And it's like a serious movie, and it's like better than any of his like action
Okay.
movies.
He can act, but
You have to be what he does in the wrestling ring. You have to be able to act.
yeah, like he's good at what he does. I'm not saying he's bad, but he probably hasn't had he's not like
No, he's not an A-lister. He's definitely
it's
not
hard.
an
Yeah,
A-lister.
no, but I'm not saying he might not be involved in that stuff. I don't know. We don't know.
No, we don't. No,
No, we're just assuming.
but I think he was on the list of the party.
Was he?
Like he's attended them. But then again, some people might just attend the parties. They're invited at Hollywood, and they're like,
They
gotta rock up
Yeah,
and
and then they're like, yeah.
and leave. You don't.
Yeah,
know.
you can't. You don't.
That-
know.
that's
Not
just-
everyone's
no,
involved
that's
in
right.
it.
Yeah. What was that? Yeah, that was with, and The Rock is real in with Kevin Hart, and he's getting accused.
Well, Kevin Hart's one that I don't trust.
They reckon he's in it.
No.
So, and
No.
he's like in with him, like
Hollywood, man.
in
And,
with
and the problem is, us idiots are the ones that watch the movies and pay the money to watch them.
But I love Mel Gibson.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, I know.
everyone should just boycott Hollywood. Just stop watching it. Take all your subscriptions off Netflix and everything.
But then we won't be able to watch the Menendez Brothers.
Just
documentary.
watch HFD, guys. That's all you have to watch.
Yeah, it's
Like, even like, don't get me wrong. Like, we're happy that we're on YouTube, but who knows what is going on there
100%.
behind the scenes
100%.
and who's pulling the strings. Do you know what I mean?
Kevin Hart is about as funny as a root canal. Kevin Hart's first two stand-ups. Listen, I don't like that he's getting accused of all this stuff. He's in on it. He's a scumbag. But his first two stand-ups when he was not big time are funny. When he got big, they're shit.
Yeah.
He's not like you see him. If you compare his stand-up to like Eddie Murphy Delirious or something, it's nowhere near it. It's shit. It's like nowhere near as good.
No, he wasn't.
Like, the first couple were good when he was like nobody, when he was small.
Do you hear about like how they try to kill Elia? How they try to kill her?
Alia.
Alia,
the
yeah.
singer, yeah.
The Alia.
Well, they did kill her.
Well, she died, but
Yeah.
it was an accident.
Well, they killed her.
Yeah.
See, Jess told me, and I told you this before, apparently the story goes, they told her, you're going to marry Jay-Z, you're going to be like the Jay-Z and Beyonce.
See, I never heard this one.
This is what Jess told me. I don't know where
I
she
heard
heard it.
the one I heard was that she was jealous, and that she was becoming bigger than her.
No, apparently it was, you're going to be the Jay-Z Beyonce,
Yeah.
and she said no, so they killed her, and then Beyonce took that spot.
That spot. Oh, jeez. I mean, look.
And
that's
Beyonce,
possible.
maybe she just said yes because she didn't want to get killed.
Why does everyone thank Beyonce after they do a show or something? Like all they thank her for everything. Like everyone, like most artists thank Beyonce.
Fuck knows.
Maybe because they're supposed to. Because they're fucking scared.
Cat Williams is funny, and he's been doing it for a long time, and he's actually funny, yeah. We are watching a good series on Disney at the moment, Grotesquerie. Grotesquerie.
Disney's another one.
Bloody and quite gory at times, but a good watch. Yeah, they're evil.
Well,
Disney own everything. Think about it. They bought Star Wars. They bought Marvel. They own everything.
Yeah, I know.
They bought Star Wars from George Lucas, and this is going back probably 15 years, for $4.3 billion.
What's it worth now? Be worth a lot more. But they made extra movies though with it.
Shit ones too.
Shit ones, yeah.
Terrible ones. And
Mandalorian's been good.
That's good, the series. I'm a Star Wars fanboy, and I don't consider any of the Disney ones canon. People talk, I'm like, no, fuck them.
Yeah.
Don't even consider them.
Yeah, they ruined it. They ruined it. But how much of that stuff was happening in Star Wars and all in Disney, in all of Disney, man?
Oh yeah.
Like look at the Oh, we talked about it last week. How
Well,
like
don't they reckon Walt Disney was really evil?
well,
It's like come out
look,
now, wasn't he like?
look at
really...
if you look at Walt Disney, right, the actual logo, it's got the 666 in it,
Yeah.
and 666 is like the Satan sign.
Central Intelligence, that's the one with, and The Rock was in Get Smart.
Central Intelligence was alright.
Yeah, but still not A-list. That's what I'm saying.
No, it wasn't
Like they're all, you know what you're saying about all of them? This is what we're saying. They're like,
the Epstein list. That's the list, man.
we're like saying, oh, it was all right. Yeah, but what they're saying is what P. Diddy's doing is his own Epstein thing.
He is.
So, like, that's a bad list fucking too, isn't it? The list with all the actors is still sealed by courts.
Yeah, no, because there's so many people that are in higher places that are involved.
Say poor actors' ways, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. Walt Disney was a Nazi sympathizer. You know what? The one thing I'll say, I saw this the other day. Have you seen the Jesse Owens documentary is in the 1936 Berlin Olympics, right?
Mm.
So he was the black man. He broke all the records at the time.
Yeah.
And America, his own country, hated him, right? And when he went up for a gold medal, 1936 Berlin Olympics, do you know the only person that shook his hand?
Who?
I'm asking, do you know?
No.
Adolf Hitler.
Really? Oh my God.
America didn't want to shake his hand. They didn't want him because he was black. And you're trying to, and then that's when people trying to tell me to say I'm Australian. He was black American. They didn't want him. Adolf Hitler, the biggest racist in history, shook his hand.
That's weird.
Yeah, because what did Adolf Hitler hate? He just hated Jews.
He did. Why do you hate Jews so much?
Because he thought they were trying to control the world.
Yeah, but why did he go on a massive killing spree?
Because he
like,
didn't want them
innocent?
to run the world like they're doing now.
You know, but he was
He
killing.
just got power. And when you get power, you get...
He went crazy.
He went crazy. Because he was coking off his head. Have you seen? They showed clips of him. He's like... He was on something as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And like then... The problem is now, all these people that become white supremacists now...
Yeah, yeah.
They think Hitler hated...
Everyone.
Greeks, blacks...
No, he didn't.
But he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He actually didn't. They think Hitler just wanted a white Aryan Union, but he actually didn't. He just hated the Jews. And then eventually he got so powerful, he wanted to... He went crazy and then eventually was racist to everyone. He was. He eventually was. But at the start, he wasn't.
At the start, well, he was in his first term as in office in Germany. He was a hero.
It's funny
They
how
loved him.
Americans don't teach that in the history books.
No, of course they
what
don't.
I'm saying
man.
about Jesse Owens, yeah, I know.
Of course they don't, Davey. Look, we're not saying Hitler was a good
No,
person.
I'm not.
Like,
Listen, he was a
terrible
racist,
things.
100%.
He did some terrible things.
I want to know where
yeah.
all these alleged tunnels go from Diddy's place, Reborn says.
I want to know where. How about the Adelaide tunnels, man? I love how GT didn't believe us.
No, there's just 100% tunnels. GT, what are you talking about? Oh, we lost the sub, man. They must have got upset.
They lost the sub. They go, oh, fuck these guys.
Adolf Hitler shook Jesse Owens' hand. He did, though. It's like factual. It's actual facts.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, he was a racist, 100%.
What I think is about history, like you talk about history, like I think there's a lot of stuff that we've been told, and there's stuff that we don't know.
Well, they teach us stuff that might have happened differently.
I think there's a lot of lies in our history. That's what I think. That's why you can't trust anything, man.
The Disney company acquire intellectual properties. That's what they do. There you go.
You can't trust anything really. Oh, that's what I think.
Yeah, I agree. Guys, get that sub back, man. Come on.
I know, man. What the heck?
What was that? Were you upset because we said, what did we say? That why does everyone thank Beyonce? Or Hitler shook Jesse Owens' hand?
But yeah, I think history's skewed.
Yeah, 100% it is.
I reckon there's a lot of it's his story.
Yeah.
That's why it's called history.
Yeah, 100%.
His story.
100%.
Whoever that his was.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a story that they made up. I reckon there's a lot of things that we don't know about who we are, where we come from, and all that. And
I agree.
yeah, I reckon our history, there's a lot of lies.
Dino enters the chat.
Hey, Dino.
What up, Dino?
Maybe ask him the question.
About the ethnic thing.
Yeah.
Dino, when you come on the podcast, we got into a debate for half an hour at the start of this podcast. So,
Like the Bible.
how are we answering the question? We're asking Dino, is your lineage, like your parents, where they're born, more important than where you're born? Like, are you Australian or are you Greek? And everyone's getting upset because I said your lineage is more important than where you're born. Because if I was born, like Chris said, if I'm born in China, am I Chinese?
Yeah. Sorry, I know we're going back to that topic.
No, because I want to ask Dino's going to be on. Dino's going to be on.
We'll actually make a topic about it next week.
And that's who's Dino's going to be with us talking about it.
Yeah.
I want to see what he says. Dino, because I know he lived in Greece.
Yeah.
Don't forget to smash the button. Yeah, that too.
Smash the button, guys. Smash the button.
Like you were taught, Baranari says, history was written by the winners. That's true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no, like there's always a different story, man, with everything. Like, there's always two sides of a story. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree with all that, Davey. Like, I totally agree. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying he's a good person or anything. All I'm saying is, isn't it funny that he shook Jesse Owens' hand? See, I'm Greek first, Aussie second.
There you
I
go.
thought Dino's with me.
But he was born here in Australia?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Were you born here in Australia, Dino?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Well, a lot of people say he's Australian.
But
First.
he's on my side. I told you he'll be with me. When we do it, Dino will...
Yeah, bro, all right.
Dino will side with me, and he's with you. You're agreeing with me anyway.
I agree, yeah. It depends how far generation you are.
Well, for me, and I think Dino, I don't know about his parents, but I'm a first generation here.
That's right. Like,
so
if it's like a third, fourth, fifth generation,
that's different.
and you've lived in Australia, that's different. Then you got heritage, but when you come first generation, your parents are Greek from there, then you feel like you're Greek.
I like that, what Reeb said. Not on the same scale, but my dad's side is Welsh. I may hate my dad, but I'm proud of my Welsh heritage. There you go.
Yeah, but you don't call yourself Welsh, do you?
No, but he's saying it's just his dad. You know as well.
Yeah, Dino, yeah.
So the Greek in the chat, do you only date other Greek people?
No, that doesn't mean that.
Just because you're Greek doesn't mean that.
You can date whoever you want.
My wife is Jess's mum is German.
Yeah.
And my father-in-law is Australian. I'm Australian when we play other countries in sports.
Isn't that fun? Isn't that funny?
That's
like,
what I said. I said the same thing.
Only this time in history, like in the last 50 years, has this question ever come up?
Yeah.
Because it's never been multicultural before.
No,
Everyone lived in their own separate countries. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's hard to deny the feeling of the blood that runs through your veins and heritage, especially when it dates back. That's what I'm saying. My heritage dates back to so many lines of Cyprus.
Yeah.
Then to whatever before then. There's no line of my blood that is
Australian.
Besides me being born here.
Yeah, I know.
Like we said, I get John. John is a second generation. Both his parents are born here. When he says it, he's like, I'm more... He says straight out to me, I'm more Australian than you. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
My mum was born here, but my dad was born in Greece.
Yeah.
So...
I was curious about the mixing. Yeah, no, I think that's...
No, I mean...
Well, look at what's his name? The Greek freak. Giannis. He plays for Greece, doesn't he? His parents are Nigerian, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they called him...
He's Nigerian, but he's got Greek. He's Greek too.
But it's just because he grew up there. But he could have went and played for Nigeria if he wanted to.
Yeah, of course.
But Greece gave him a home. So...
I was saying this before. In China, Russia, those kind of countries... They don't care if you're born there. If you're born in China,
but you're American parents, you're not Chinese.
Yeah, if I was born in China, right?
You're not Chinese.
They'll go, you're not Chinese. Get out of our country.
That's right. Yeah.
You're not. I don't care if you're born here. You're not. That's what they say.
Yeah.
But these countries, if you're born here, you're that. So.
But it is a great thing that you're continuing your Cypriot heritage. It is what is the best thing about Australia, in my opinion. I agree with that. I totally agree. Like I don't. Like we said, I'm.
Yeah, but you know what's bad about that, Benari? No one's together though.
Yeah.
Like there's no unity in Australia.
I agree with that too.
There's no unity.
But that's not true with us. Like my dad was saying it when he was at work back in the day. Yeah. He was Cypriot. He was or Greek, let's say, working with an Italian, with all these Australians. They used to call him Andy the Wog, and he didn't care. He used to say,
I get there.
But they're all together.
And
they're all mates.
Yeah, I know. But like, why is there a Cypriot club? Why is there a Hellenic club? Why is there an Indian club? Why is there a...
Because they made us do that.
Who made us?
When we came here, they didn't like the heritage in our sports, and they hated soccer for one. They were like, go make your own sports. So we went and made our own clubs. But
all the Greeks were together. All the Italians were together.
They weren't all together. Greeks are divided.
Oh, yeah, I know, but they were Greek, like the Galamatiani were together.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they wouldn't hang out with the Aussies, man.
No.
My yaya wouldn't have Aussie friends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's
but my dad does.
So what it does is it's a divide here, bro.
But you were shocked.
Do you understand?
You were shocked at how old the Don is before.
Yeah.
He's a Bapur. He has heaps of Australian friends.
Yeah.
But he does, because he doesn't care.
No.
Like, they act, like I said, at work,
I know he does. I'm
No, what
saying
I'm saying
in
is-
general.
they used to call him, like now, if someone like the racist thing, everyone gets so upset.
Yeah.
They used to call him Andy the Wog, and he used to say, yeah, whatever. Didn't give a shit.
Yeah, I know. I know. There's people. Yeah, I know. People don't care. I'm just saying, like in general,
Yeah.
people were divided. Like are divided here because it's all
course.
different cultures,
Yeah, that was-
and some cultures
Well, are
it's
we-
hard to understand
So,
each culture.
Are we too multicultural?
We're probably too multicultural.
You think we are?
Well, I like the fact that we're multicultural, but like it is to me like no one's ever together.
Do you know what?
Especially with everything. Like
I truly believe this, and I know we do it because we've got how many Greek Orthodox churches are here, right? I think that we've got too many,
correct.
and I'm saying that as a Greek Orthodox.
Correct.
I think we shouldn't have that many. It's like all the mosques. Why? Like it's Australia. Like I just think there's too many.
Probably.
It's a bit like you're saying because they all got to bring your own stuff here, don't you?
But in generations, like in 4 or 5 generations, it'll probably be different.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you know what I mean? Because like then, there wouldn't be like there's not mass immigration like there was like 30, 40, 50 years ago.
2 of my cousins are married to Greek men. They have joined the melting pot of my mixed family. That's killer.
That's good. I mean, I'm just saying in general, like you got a mass
Oh yeah.
Indian population
there's
come
a
here. They
Cypriot
all hang
club.
out together.
There's a Cypriot
right?
club. There's a Messinian club. There's a Mark club
Yeah.
for the Italians.
We're
There's
in-
a Calabrese
yeah.
club. There's a
Where in Greece or in France or that they're French.
yeah, but
You know what I mean?
I think they do it. I think here we have all those clubs. Just they formed them like whenever the Gipia started, because they just wanted a place where they all knew each other.
Yeah.
Because of racism. That's what because there was racism back then.
It's just hard when you're coming from different cultures.
yeah.
It's hard to come together as one. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the only bad thing I can think about is multicultural. And then governments have more control of you because when you're divided,
Yeah. Of
you're
course.
easier to control. That's what I'm trying to say. Where
Yeah.
in France, they're all together, man. They're all French.
Yeah.
And when the government pisses them off, they're all together. But here,
Oh, they've had
everyone's
They've had a revolution, mate.
yeah.
They
Here, nothing happens, man. Because
Mate,
everyone's
they tried to change the retirement age in France and they fucking lost it.
yeah. But here, no one can.
No.
No, everyone's in their own little groups here,
Of course.
and
But
no one gets together.
I think that's because we were divided because of racism. So
A lot
let's
of
just
things like
say
that. A lot of
the
things.
Greeks said, well, we got to make a club where we feel safe.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like in general, like it's so multicultural here
Yeah.
that it's not no one's together as much.
Like I know
But maybe in generations to come, it'll be different.
Adelaide is a city of churches. Yeah, 100%. That's true. It is. It's factually. That's right. Like he formed the soccer club, right? He's one of the founders.
Yeah.
One of the main reasons they did it
Yeah.
was to get all the Cypriots off the street in Hindley Street. They'll get in trouble.
No, okay.
So like, let's do this to get
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Because they were going out, getting in Hindley Street at the time in the 70s.
Yeah, because together brings unity.
Gets
brings,
you away from shit.
It does.
So
Yeah. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I love living in Australia, but yeah, it's
protesting is the national pastime of the French. Yeah, but it's good.
it is
Us
it
here,
is.
they tell us, if they turned around tomorrow and said, oh, the retirement age is going up to 69, right? Everyone would be like, oh, fucking that's shit.
Oh well,
But we'd all accept
we'll
it.
cop it.
Yeah.
Where in France, they're like, nah, stuff you.
No,
And
they-
you know
they'll
what?
kill you.
Good on them, man.
100%, I'm with them.
Good
I
on,
love
good
that.
on them. I love that.
Yeah.
Like they fight for what they believe in. We don't.
You
We
know
just
the-
sit there and take it up the arse.
Do you know the only time I've ever seen a riot at Parliament House? Can I tell you?
What?
Was when Greece won the Euros and all the Greeks went to Parliament House and partied.
Exactly. All the Greeks were together.
Had nothing to do with changing laws.
No,
But-
because in these countries, sports is number one, bro.
100%.
Entertainment is number one. As long as your team's doing well, that's all they care about,
Yeah,
bro.
of course.
As long as Port Adelaide's winning or the
Yeah,
Crows or
yeah.
whatever, that's all that matters, man.
Yeah, we just put up with things, don't we?
We do, man. And it's bullshit.
They'll just
They
change
should,
the
we
law.
should. Mate, how many laws did they
Imagine
change,
if
bro?
they were in France and they said, you only get 8 cents per kilowatt back on your solar when you used to get 60 cents. They'll fucking lose it.
Look at the prices of fuel, man.
I know, it's ridiculous.
If we were all smart, we'd go, we're not paying that shit and not fucking, we're not driving to a fuel station. Everyone band together.
Yeah.
But because everyone's divided here and there's different cultures and there's this and that, no one gets together, bro. No one
Australia
gets-
is lucky that we don't share a border. If you come to any country legally with a skill, it's great. If you come illegally, there are no checks or balances. Yeah, we're an isolated country. That's true.
We are isolated, yeah.
And we're so far away from like most things. Anyway,
Yeah, I know.
that's the good thing about Australia. I think it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing for when you want to travel. But it's a good thing that we're so far away.
Well, they're bringing a lot of immigrants that are criminals at the moment,
Yeah, but everyone does that, don't they?
and they're walking our streets. That's the concerning thing with the government. So
The king would be like, it's my. What if they said you got to retire at 69? I've got to go. Catch you later, KP and Chris. Nice to have you
See you,
guys and chat. Stay hunky. Take care of your family.
See you
Kids,
later.
don't forget your car keys. He's talking too coherent for me tonight.
it's not even him.
I
I
think
reckon it's his wife.
I reckon he's doing Chat GPT.
His wife stole his keys.
100%. He's too coherent, man. When Ronald talks normally, I'm like freaked
When
out.
Ronald talks normally, he's like,
I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's freaking me out.
Menendez Brothers, how are we? We're not the Menendez brother, bro.
Amanda Stavely. Yeah, she should. I said to you that before. You got to come onto the Premier League show, man. You need to come on the Premier League show. You're talking about Newcastle.
They're dirty. Anyway, look, man.
Wife stole his keys and his phone, maybe.
I'm sorry, guys.
What-
I left my wife.
What was the retirement age when you moved to Australia? So it was 65 even back then.
Yeah.
And now it's 67.
Women were 60,
So women was 60 back then. And what's that now?
67.
So they moved women 7 years.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's worse than out than
7 years in 20 years.
fuck.
But that let's all allow that to happen.
Yeah, we did. We just stood by.
We just to buy. Oh, yeah. That's
Why
not,
don't we be French?
We're working at the same time in my office.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about why don't we be like French and turn around and get upset that they moved it to 67 for both men and women?
because no
Why
one
don't
cares.
we riot like the French did?
Because we're so laid back here, no one cares. No one wants to.
Who's gonna lie?
I'm saying, why don't we like the French did? They rioted.
And they
They
stopped it.
they were going to move it 1 year in France,
Yeah, I know.
and they lost it. They go, no, we're not doing it.
Yeah, I know.
The government were like, no,
Because there they got solid. It's called solidarity.
Yeah.
Where here there's no
they had
solidarity.
a revolution.
Yeah.
There's no solidarity here, mate. No one cares.
But they like lost it, and it was 1
Yeah, I
year.
know.
1 year. What's the retirement age in Greece? Is it the same? Cyprus. What is it? Do you know?
Cyprus,
It wa-
my brother-in-law, he was a policeman.
Yeah.
And he retired at 55.
But is that the norm? Is that the norm?
For the police force,
So the police force in Cyprus can retire at 55.
I believe here they can
Wow.
as well.
KP Menendez and Chris Menendez. What is the popular thing about this, brothers? Apparently they were Liverpool supporters.
No, they won't.
Is your dad drinking, Kez? I think he had a beer. Dino said, are you having a beer?
You know,
He had a beer.
Dino. My dad misses you, Dino, man. He hasn't come to make a year.
I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you, man. What do you think it will take for Australians, right?
Mhm.
I'll
So-
tell Dino that I'm making a cake.
He's baking a cake, he reckons, Dino, while he's having a beer.
What do you think? Yeah. Well, sorry.
You just cracked.
Hey.
You just cracked up at him because you're like, what's he talking about?
I lost my train of thought. What do you think it will take Australians to fight and to how they don't fight how the French to act like that? What would it take?
I don't think they would. I don't think we've got it in us here.
I reckon if they found out that all the politicians were like pedophiles and raping kids.
Do you think they would though?
Yeah, I reckon that'll be the last straw, man.
Do you know what I think here?
I reckon that would be if that was true. If anything like that came out, they would people would lose it here, bro.
Do you know how we were talking about that topic before? Like, if you're Greek or Indian or if you're Australian, right? How many people here, if there was a world war, right?
Mm.
How many people here would be willing to go fight for Australia?
No. Only if they came onto our shores, I'd fight to defend the land. But there's no way I'm going to a war for these fucking politicians.
So how are you Australian then?
Would you? Would
If
you
they
go
came
fight
to
for?
the land? I would.
Yeah, that's
I
different. If they
wouldn't
come
go.
to your shores and your house
If they said,
and your family's under siege,
if they
different story.
If they said to me, KP, you're a fit young man, you've got to go, we're sending you to wherever to fight, I'll be like, no, I'm not. I'm not going.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
wouldn't
going
go.
either.
I'll say I'm staying here to protect my family, like you said. What if the Greeks attacked Australia?
What if the Greeks? That's a good one.
The Greeks, Dino, the Greeks will rock up like this. They'll be like, the Greeks wouldn't attack anyone because they'd be just
be
out there
like-
guffing ear like this.
They'll be just opening up,
Malaka.
they'll be opening up fish and chip shops every corner.
We should be protesting the tax on the beer. I agree, tobacco tax, because I was speaking
100%.
about this with Dino the other day. And you know, I love cigars, right? Or for years, and the tobacco tax is ridiculous for me to enjoy a fucking cigar. Stupid.
Tax, a lot of tax in this country, stupid, man.
It's stupid.
And they tax us with ridiculous things, and no one does nothing about it.
Have you seen the black phone, KP? It's the girl in the basement. It's messed. That shit's that one with Judd Nelson is fucked up, man.
The black phone.
The one in the basement where he rapes his daughter and
That's
shit.
fucked.
The Socceroos have just released highlights on Football Australia YouTube.
That's nice.
That's wild. Yeah, I would say if I'd be like, Mel Gibson in The Patriot. If they came to my home, I'll fight.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to
I wouldn't
Iraq.
I wouldn't let them send me.
I wouldn't go to Afghanistan or wherever they want you to go
No.
to fight a war for these shitty politicians.
Peace to all who read
No
this.
way,
Thank
mate.
you, Fairgrow. Peace to all. Yeah, I wouldn't. If they said, "Listen, there's a world war," you're going because
No way.
you're young and fit and able. I say I ain't going. I say lock me up.
No way.
So I'm not going.
You're gonna be stupid to go.
Yeah. But think about how the men that they sent in the World War, any like women that were doctors and that they sent to Germany
know.
to fight for what?
I know. How about Gallipoli, man?
That's what
They
I'm
went
saying.
and just went to fire. Went into a firing bloody beach, and they got done. Like
Hit
it's
the like,
ridiculous.
share, subscribe, comment. All easy ways to show support. Thanks, Fairgrow.
Thanks,
You're a
Fairgrow.
champion. Lads, I'm out. Going to watch the Beaumont testimony now.
Yeah,
there
do
you
it,
go.
Davey. Do it, man.
Go do it, David.
Everyone in the chat should go do that. Go watch it, guys. It's you have to watch it. You have to watch it. It's one of the craziest things I've ever watched
the
in my whole
entire
life.
Ravens and Cincinnati Bengals game is available on YouTube. Yeah, but what about the Miami Dolphins, man?
If you want to watch a good thing on YouTube, look up Port Adelaide versus Brisbane 2004 Grand Final. Great show. Great show.
Why would I watch that?
You would love it.
Why? I watched it.
Yeah.
Do you know that day was one of the worst days of my life?
Why? Oh yeah, you told me. Yeah.
Because of we lost the our
Yeah,
soccer
yeah.
final, and I was like,
What's
Yeah.
it on? What's what on?
the Judd Nelson one. It's terrible, man. What do you think about this, fellas? NFL has a game of the week on YouTube for people to watch. Yeah, that's good. I think that's good.
I think it's not like if you can't watch it.
Oh, the Beaumont thing.
What?
Dino saying, "What's it on?"
Oh,
Did we say it last week? Did you link it?
so I can't link it, but look up on YouTube, Rachel Vaughn testimony. Do you want me to write it in the chat?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll write it in the chat.
She's talking about the Beaumont children, Dino.
Yeah.
She's like, reckon she's
She
got
told
all
me
the-
about. Hold on. So Rachel.
What if Greece draw 4-4 with England tomorrow? I reckon Greece might get something, eh? But I think England are going to be better now with Lee Carsley. But I want Greece to win. I hope Greece win. Rachel Vahorn testimony.
Yeah, there you go.
Must watch.
Must watch.
Chris C. Do you reckon, Dino should join our Discord, man. He's probably doesn't even have.
It's probably already in there.
Dino, do you have Discord?
Do you know what Discord is?
Is Rachel born from Billy Madison?
No, that's Veronica Vaughn. Yes, Veronica, I
Dino.
thank you for beating the shit out of me.
What just happened then?
I see things so
There are two
clearly.
teams close to my heart. I was born in Brisbane, so I go for the Lions. I lived 3 kilometres away from the Gabba, but moved to Adelaide a few years ago. I went to a Port game and have a jersey.
Who's this?
Fairgrow likes Port
Who's
and
that?
Brisbane. Fairgrow freestyle.
Fairgrove, you're
Nothing
legend.
against you, KP and Chris, but that is the problem with modern culture. I agree. I wouldn't go fight a war in another land, but our grandparents were all willing to sacrifice home and.
Yeah, but they didn't know any better, bro.
I agree.
I didn't think they knew any better. They just thought that was what they had to do. I think if they were more educated, they would have gone, you know what? Fuck that. Do you know what I mean? Back then, the thinking back then was different, man. If I'm telling you, man, if the thinking was like now, they would not go, bro.
Well, I don't know if that's actually true. I don't know if my grandfather didn't go fight in the World War from sight, and my dad was in the army. Did
My-
they send the Cypriots?
I don't know.
Greeks? Did they go fight? The
No.
Greeks only fought, and this is factual, they won the fucking war when Germany came to Greece. And they went into their guerrilla warfare. They were fucking doing Molotov cocktails, all that. It took 11 days to get through Greece or something. And then the Russian winter came. The German tanks weren't ready for the Russian winter. Fucked them up. But they didn't fight until they came to them. And that's our grandparents. And
Yeah, of course.
You know?
My grandfather didn't go to Germany to fight
No, they
or
didn't,
wherever.
You know?
No.
Or whatever I'm just saying, whatever the
Yeah.
story.
They won the war against Italy.
Yeah, I'm saying, but they would come. It's when they came to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In Italy, they caught the allies, the Germans.
that's what I'm saying.
And then they stopped them for
Whatever it was like 4 days.
weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. That's what I said, 11 days or something.
Yeah.
And then the Russian winter came in, but that was because they came to them.
They
Were Greece sending
No.
soldiers like the Americans were? I doubt
No.
it. I fucking highly doubt it.
How many people died, man,
Exactly.
for their country? Like,
but a lot of Greeks fought in the Middle East, in Africa.
If
Yeah.
you had to body swap with one of the two Menendez brothers, who would you choose? Which one didn't have trauma? I'm choosing that guy.
they both had trauma.
Oh, well. Who pulled the trigger?
Lyle.
I'll swap with Eric. I don't
Could
want
be
to.
Eric.
I don't want to pull the fucking trigger.
I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Yeah, they are fierce. They are. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said, Baronaro. They won it because the Italians, like my dad just said, attacked Greece. They
Yeah.
couldn't win, so they called Germany. Germany came. They held them off for like 2 weeks in whatever the war was. I can't the battle of whatever they
Yeah,
call
yeah.
it. And then by the time that happened, the Russian winter came in. They got through Greece finally, and that's why Winston Churchill said the famous saying, "Greeks don't fight like heroes. Heroes fight like Greeks," because of that incident. And then the German tanks weren't ready for Russia, and they froze over, and then the war ended. It was that pretty much won.
Yeah.
It didn't end, but it was a significant part in ending the
Yeah, yeah.
war. But it wasn't because they weren't sending soldiers there. It's because
No.
they came to them.
But as I said before, do you think they would have fought in the war knowing what they know now? Like,
No, I don't think they would have.
no.
I think now we get sent to war like because people are patriotic. They're told go for, and then how
Oh,
they, like we said about Vietnam. How did these people get treated in America when they went and fought for their country? Treated like shit.
Exactly.
Like treated like pieces of shit.
Mhm.
They had POWs in Vietnam in the 2000s still, man.
It's
They were like
crazy.
old men, and the Vietnamese were these old in the jungle that still thought the war was going on. Had these guys feeding them,
Far out.
you know, for like
Years.
40 years,
Jeez.
and they still thought the war was going on. Like that's ridiculous, man.
Oh, really, Dino?
Yeah, it happened all the time. George from Marcus's Bupple, remember we were talking about in Crete? Like they were like that. They were like
Yeah.
because they were mad. Like they were invading.
Look, I would only fight if as I said, if it came to our shores.
That's right.
Do you
But
know
I
what I
think
mean?
that's the way to be.
Yeah.
That stops a world war because America and all that and Australia were allies with them. Hey, let's just send troops. Why? Why should we be sending troops? Why kill our people?
Yeah.
You know,
Depends how they sell it to them.
that's how it always is. We want you.
You're defending our country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you go?
Exactly.
You're sitting there in an office.
in an office. Why don't
getting
you
paid
go?
$400,000 a
100%.
year.
Yeah.
Go.
You know what, man? The only time I would go if I had a commander or a person that was in charge and he was going with us, man.
Yeah, I agree.
And he was leading.
Yep.
Then
If I'm there and there was World War and Peter Malinaskis is holding and he goes, I'm going. I go, all right.
all right, let's go.
Yeah, let's go, man.
No, you're leading. You're the
there.
leader.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, but they don't do that, man. Back in the day, man,
I know
they
that.
did. Back in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
day, they did like the old
The Kings used
the
to go
kings.
fight.
Yes.
Yeah. Fucking oath they
Yeah,
did.
that's right.
That's why they were respected.
100%.
Because they were warriors.
And that's why you fought for that king.
exactly.
Because you respect. You know, I don't respect any of these politicians, man.
Nah.
No way. I'm not fighting for them.
Could you imagine John Howard going to war? Well, just using him as an example, like
Do you know how bad the reserves of Australia are?
why do people respect what's his name then? Because he fought Putin. He was a soldier.
Yeah, he was. That's why they respect him.
Of course.
That's why they respect him in
Because he
Russia.
actually fought. But whether you agree with him or not,
Whether
right?
you like him or not.
No. Whether you agree with him or not, whatever, he fought for his country, like
Yeah.
everyone's saying you should. In his beliefs, what he did was right.
Yeah.
Because they told Russia he fought for his country.
Yeah.
But he actually did it, and then he's president.
That's right.
I don't see Donald Trump fighting for America or who. I don't even know who's the prime minister now. I don't even know who it is. Albanese. Albanese ain't fighting for Australia, is he?
No way.
King Charles isn't fighting for England, is he?
But they're quick to send
Of course.
troops.
Quick to go kill their people.
Yeah. Well, apparently, the reserves of Australia is really low, and they're thinking about bringing conscription back in.
It's opposite. Achilles didn't respect his kings. Achilles was he was a demigod though, man.
He was.
That's
Achilles did
that's yeah, but that Achilles things like that that's like folklore. That's not.
No, it could be. That's a true story.
It could be, but that's if he's a demigod, man. Do you believe in Zeus?
I reckon there was a guy called Achilles,
Maybe.
but did he have these powers? No, he was just a good shot. He was a good soldier.
Maybe. I think the last king to go to battle was George II.
But Troy was true, man, because they found
That's
Troy.
true. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so the Battle of Troy was true. Because those stories would not be passed down that, stuff like that wouldn't have
Yeah, but there's no way there was.
and those stories have been around for thousands of years.
There's no way there was a chick with the snakes on her head, like
No.
Medusa.
Oh, you don't know.
Oh, she could have been. But
Medusa.
there's no way she really existed. John Howard would scare the enemy away with his bald head.
Oh, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if the politicians, what I don't get is they want people to go to war for them. You go to fucking war.
Yeah.
You go pull a trigger, and have to pick up
Yeah.
the remains of your mate on the battlefield.
Yeah.
They're not going to do it.
This guy with his Newcastle thing, he loves it.
Yeah, he loves Newcastle.
Cap-
of course,
Cap-
Troy is absolutely true, Chris.
I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying sometimes those stories can be fabric a little bit,
You know when you
juiced
think,
up, so it makes it look like
when you hear about the Battle
Yeah.
of Troy, right, and you think about it in today's day and age, you think, fuck, how dumb were they? But they fucking actually accepted the gift. The soldiers.
the soldier.
Like, fuck me.
Wow, yeah, that's what it was back then. The chick with snakes.
Medusa, man. Medusa.
Yeah,
I said snakes on her head.
I believe
Any Greek knows what I'm
all
talking
the
about.
they said, but the Greek gods. I believe all the, in the
that's
Greek
me- but
gods.
it's
I'll tell you why.
But what's the word? What are the Greek gods?
Zeus,
No, but what do they come under? What's
Mount
their
Olympus.
No, what's their umbrella?
Gods?
Mythology.
Yeah, I know.
So what does that say? Myth?
yeah,
What does myth mean? It's made up.
it
Mythology.
is. But listen, though, a lot of cultures, the Vikings, the Greeks, the Italians, even the Buddhists, all them had these gods, and they're all the same, bro. Zeus was called something else.
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe.
I believe they're all Anunnaki aliens.
Where's Mount Olympus?
That's what I
Mount
believe.
Olympus existed. Where is it?
They're all aliens, bro.
Where's Mount Olympus?
Somewhere.
Does it exist?
It's in Greece somewhere.
Did
isn't it?
Zeus sit on it? I don't know. I'm asking.
I'm just saying, like, these aliens called the Anunnaki used to masquerade as these gods because they knew how to manipulate people, and that's what the gods were, man.
Maybe. Maybe.
That's what I believe.
If Howard fights anything like he bowls a cricket ball, may God help us, Australia. I remember that too. There's a missing period from the time of legends to the ancient Greeks. We all need sun gods.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if an alien race came here and they could manipulate stuff and do things like more advanced, and they came down and could do things, wouldn't you think you were a Greek? Wouldn't you think they were gods?
I've climbed Mount Olympus twice, Dino.
There you go, man. But wouldn't you think they were gods?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That's what it was,
So
bro.
what was Heracles then? What was he? Just some tough guy? Just Arnold Schwarzenegger?
He was true as well. They're all
But was
true.
he just some tough dude? He wasn't a god.
He could have been half. I don't know. Because these Anunnaki came from the stars, bro. Do you understand?
I get it. I get what you're saying.
This is where these gods came from. They weren't gods, though. They were just beings masquerading as gods. Do you understand? And they used to...
So what was Medusa? She wasn't masquerading. She was just in her alien form with snake head.
Probably.
Crazy bitch. She turned you into stone, man.
Yeah, they could do a lot of things,
Don't
man,
fuck
with
with
their
it.
mind. They knew how to do that.
How did you remember how she got killed?
I can't remember.
So Perseus
Yeah,
had the mirror shield
yeah,
and he reflected it back on her and turned her to stone.
yeah.
and then he cut off her head, and he used her head to turn the Kraken into stone.
There you go.
But he was a
The
demigod.
Kraken.
He was a demigod.
Well, look at the pyramids, man. This is where all they come from as well.
Thor is they are the
Thor is
so
that
listen,
is Zeus.
So the Norse
That
gods.
is Zeus.
No, Thor is Hercules.
No,
He
he
is.
was Zeus,
No,
bro.
he's not. Odin is Zeus. Trust me.
Odin. Yeah, yes.
Which is
Yeah,
Zeus.
yeah, that's right.
Thor
Oh,
is-
is Thor Hercules?
100%. He's Odin's son. Odin's son. He is. That's the two.
Well, anyway, they're all the
But
same
the
gods,
Norse
bro.
gods and the Greek gods, they're the same.
Yeah, I know.
They're just
But then,
different.
but then that's what I'm saying. Like there were,
Yeah,
and then
see?
there was other cultures as well that had the same thing.
No, Jupiter isn't. Odin is Zeus because he's Thor's father, not.
What I'm saying is, you said that there's other cultures as well, like
Yeah, I know.
Indian and all that, and they've got the gods as well that are similar to these ones. They're the same. It's all the same, man.
Yeah,
Because they were Anunnaki, man. I'm telling you now.
probably. Yeah, no, yeah. Thor is because he's the son. He's
Like, it makes
Hercules.
sense to me. It makes sense to me that these things were beings pretending to be gods. They were never gods.
Nah, Thor is not Zeus, man. Thor is the son. What do you mean?
I thought
trust me?
I thought Thor was Zeus too.
Odin is the father.
Odin was.
So
yeah,
what's
yeah, yeah.
Odin?
No,
Odin
you're right.
is the father of. He's the leader of the gods.
Yeah, you're right.
What's
you're right.
Zeus?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
fact. That's. Yeah, I know it's different, but it's not. It's if you look at it in the hierarchy, what's Odin? He's the king of gods. What's Zeus? The king of gods. That's how
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
look at it. Because Thor was the son.
Well, yeah. So these Anunnaki beings used to like manipulate the people here on Earth, and then they used to get offerings, like you know how they used to kill the,
Yeah.
and they used to eat all the,
Yeah.
they used to, the offerings of
Now
the killings of the animals and that.
that's right. Thor and Zeus are both lightning, but it's because they're different.
Yeah.
But Odin and Zeus are the two fathers. That's why Thor and Hercules in the comics always fight each other because it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's like a thing.
There's some conspiracy theorists that think that
Zeus did have a father. That's
that
true.
Thor could materialize into anything. He could like do whatever he wanted,
Yeah, probably.
and he was a reincarnation of Jesus.
Well, he's the
Christ.
god of thunder.
That's what they think. That's what conspiracy. I'm not saying that's true.
Wolverine's a
Saying
god
that's
in my eyes, Dino.
This is some conspiracy theorists believe. But all that I believe, all that mythology, all those gods, that's all real, man.
Agreed. Odin
That's
is
what I reckon.
correspondent to Zeus. Yeah, that's true. There is a lightning
they
god
weren't
from
gods.
India.
Yeah, I know.
Odin is like
That's Poseidon. No, is it Poseidon?
Poseidon is the water.
No, what was the lightning one?
Lightning in
What was the lightning one?
Greek is Zeus.
Zeus. Yeah, well, that was it.
Yeah,
That
but
was
what
it.
I'm saying is just because they're both lightning, they're not correspondent. Odin and Zeus are the king of gods.
Yeah, yeah.
The Norse and the Greek. Thor and Heracles are the two sons. They're
Yeah, but Thor,
it doesn't matter about their powers. They're
They are demigods.
yeah, no, Thor isn't. Thor is full, but he's Odin's son, and
Yeah.
and Thor and Heracles is
Yeah, yeah.
Zeus' son. And then
But they're not real, like, to me.
what's the
they're not
one?
gods.
What's the one that holds the planet? Atlas.
Who's the darkest one? Hades. Hades.
Hades is the
The
evil.
darker ones.
Hades is the evil in the Greek,
Yeah, yeah.
and in the Norse one, it's fuck, what is it? In the Norse one, it's something else. He's the god of death, isn't he? Yeah.
Atlas is the son of Titan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Atlas.
Yeah.
Who's the darkness one?
There's only 12
Yeah.
gods.
I said Hades, didn't I?
J. Crom says good evening.
There's only 12 gods in the Greek.
So who owns
Yeah,
the
there is, yeah,
Kraken?
there is.
Perseus killed the Kraken. I know that with Medusa's
The
head.
Kraken.
Yes.
There's a ride at Adventure World called the Kraken. Was the best.
That'd be wild. What's the lightning one in India? Baranari.
Yeah, it's this.
'Cause there'll be
It's
Indian-
Zeus, bro.
No. In India, he's
Yeah,
saying.
I know that, but it's still Zeus.
Yeah, but what do they
It's
call
the
it? I'm
same
saying?
thing. It's the same thing, bro.
No, but Thor's not Zeus,
What are
man.
you talking about?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Indra.
they're all different. They're the same. They're the same thing.
Yeah,
Are
probably.
you talking about
Krishna.
Zeus? Zeus.
Is that Theocon's cat?
Yeah.
My Theo's cat is called Zeus.
Krishna. I love the darkness and believe in a thing called love.
Well, I know Hades is the evil one. He's
Yeah, yeah.
he's the darkness one, the god of death.
There's a lot of It's anyway.
It's Zeus Vindaloo.
TW is food, you know?
Well, that's what Dino said. It's like remember that commercial, Emperor Nazi Goring, and the dad was telling his kid,
Yeah.
and he goes to school with a paper. Oh, Emperor Nazi Goring. Indra, Thor, Zeus,
Oh my
Jupiter.
God. Getting late, guys.
Jupiter is Roman.
Yeah, I know. But see, they're all mythology. Mythology.
Correct.
That's all right.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's where it's, man, you're allowed to believe it. It's,
No, I'm saying I told you what I believe. I believe it's all aliens.
I believe they're just superheroes of back then.
No. Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, Hercules was Superman, you know?
Yeah. Well, Superman.
Perseus was like,
Where was Superman from?
Perseus was like Batman.
Where was
Yeah,
Superman
but
from?
Batman was human.
He was.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but Zeus has the overall power to unleash all powers. There you go.
It's true.
Could you imagine if you were walking around back in the day, ancient Greece, right? There's all these gods, right? And you just see this horse rock up with wings? You're like, who the fucking Pegasus?
You're talking about my favorite horse.
Yeah, but like, you just see this horse with wings. You're like, what the fuck is
That's
that?
what I'm trying to say to you. Like, if these people saw these beings,
Yeah, but
they're gonna say they're gods, right?
why was there a horse with wings when a horse is an earth animal?
They could have done whatever. It doesn't. Must say that might have been fabricated in the story. Doesn't mean it's real.
flew.
What?
It flew.
Yeah, I know, but maybe they could have done that. These beings were very smart.
Superheroes
Man.
of back then, I agree. KP, that's Red Bull. Yeah, Red Bull gives you wings.
That's right. We're gonna wrap it up, man. It's like
Okay.
11 o'clock.
We do got to wrap it up. It's been a good show.
It is, man.
It's been a good show.
It hasn't been a good show.
I'm shocked that John came in at like 11.
I know.
Where'd he come from?
Don't know.
Elijah, gone up with horse by chariots. Don't Google image search Thor and Hercules without safe search on. Too many hairy men. My eyes are burning.
Poor guy.
Well, do you know, this is factual before we go, Stan Lee, the creator of Marvel, he made Thor, right? He wanted to make Hercules, whatever, however you want to call him. But he thought at the time Hercules was like too popular back then.
Yeah.
So he went with the Norse gods and he made Thor as a comic character. And then that gave the Norse gods all this notoriety and it made them popular. But actually, like, the Greek gods were like more popular back then. And that's why he didn't do it. He's like, I want to go. And then eventually they made a character in Marvel called Hercules. That was a Greek god. And
Yeah. Cool.
but that's why he went with the Norse gods, because it was like a, you know, not as done thing, so to speak.
Most of the Marvel stuff is pretty much telling you about all the battles that they had.
Yeah,
And
probably.
it's all in the tablets, Sumerian tablets. It always tells you about all the battles and all the galactic battles they had here on Earth.
With, with all these dynasties that they took over the world, like the British Empire, the Roman, the Greeks, the Macedonians with Alexander the Great. Only one country proved that they were civilized. The Greeks, Alexander the Great conquered the world, but never took any slaves.
Yeah, that's true.
Never took any slaves.
Not like the British. The British did. They all did. They all took slaves, but yeah,
True.
he didn't.
No, he didn't. No. It's true.
That's true. They were all written by Jewish writers. Batman's invented by Jewish. Superman's invented by Jewish. Yeah, they are. They're all. That's true.
But a lot of the fights you see on Marvel, like they're coming from they're actually written.
Yeah,
Like the
probably.
Marvel stories that you watch, they're all that's coming from
Quick.
someone's researched it, man.
Ivan says, quick question. So Sparta is part of Greece, right?
Yes, it's part of Peloponnesos,
Yeah.
which is the Peloponnese. It's in the middle. It's the three legs, the one in the middle. So if you look at Greece at the bottom, you got three legs like this. It'll be like the middle one on the side here. It's in the mountains.
I was in the middle of the Peloponnese.
Huh? Sparta, yeah.
This,
It's in the middle, but it's on the third leg. Yeah, there's three legs.
yeah.
Yeah, it's in this one.
That's it. I was thinking about the gospel.
Haha, daylight saving time is early for me. Galanithta. What time is it there, GT? Oh yeah, they don't have daylight savings, do they?
No, you guys gonna be covering cricket? Nah,
Nah, man.
we can't handle cricket, man.
I was good at cricket, eh?
You got to understand what a crumpet is.
You got to understand what a crumpet is. But I know. But you know what? The Batman writer, his name is Bob Kane. That's who invented Batman. Bob Kane, and he was Jewish. 8:30 it is there.
Jeez.
Well, you don't know what crumpet is.
It's just from
what was I
a movie
saying?
line. It's a movie line. Don't worry.
I was real good batting. I was a real good batsman, right? But then when it came to fielding, that's why I stopped playing cricket. Because I could not stand there and just do nothing with like this, just like, and I fucking hated it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, no, fuck this, I'm not playing.
Yeah. No,
But I was like really good at batting
no, I'm not.
because I had a good eye, and that was it. But I was like, nah,
Yeah,
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. Is Macedonia part of Greece? 100%. The Greek, yeah, Macedonia is Greek, man. Why are you? GT's just saying it because he knows what I'm going to say.
Well, if you ask the Scorpione, they'll say no.
But it doesn't matter what they say.
I know it doesn't matter.
Scorpione, they used to have Greek passports.
Yeah. Scorpione used to have Greek passports.
Mate,
that's
it's
right.
not called a HSP, man. I don't know why you guys in those
What does it
states
say?
call it that. It's an AB. It's always been an AB, and that's what it should be.
Should you
HSP.
change your name from HFD to HSP, Halal Snack Pack?
Because they call an AB HSP over there.
But he said he said he's joking.
What if it's not halal? What if the meat's not halal? What do you call it? NHSP, not halal hashback.
Yeah,
What?
but he said. I reckon you're good at week. Now my brother was a real good goalkeeper, right? But it's because he was a good wicketkeeper.
What are we talking
But
about?
I wouldn't be a good wicketkeeper.
Oh, you're talking about cricket now. I was like,
No.
what?
Yeah, but I don't even know what a HSP is. I never. Even
You know
heard
what an
that.
AB is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in Melbourne, in Sydney, they call it a HSP. If you go ask for an AB, they'll go.
I like
yeah.
Dino's question. Who created the AB? Because I think fucking just have a Euros, man. ABs are shit. I don't really like them.
I love ABs
Why?
because they're so good. They're like the best.
Yeah, but why? Why are they the best?
What do you mean, man? They're like
Is that-
unbelievable.
do you think
You
an
gotta-
AB is better than a Euros?
Sometimes,
So a Euros, if you put chips in it as well, like
yes.
an
Sometimes,
AB is better?
no, I don't know if it's better. They're about the same, but like
I don't know either of them, GT's saying.
They call them something different there as well, man.
Maybe
They call them a meat pack or some shit.
good when it comes straight
Off the
out of the rotisserie.
oh,
Who-
100%. Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know who created it? Does Dino actually
No,
know?
I know who created it. It was a North.
I agree with Dino. They're good for sharing.
I love ABs, man.
I just think it's like, I reckon it's the Western world killing a Euros.
I know who created
That's what I reckon.
in Adelaide.
It was North Adelaide Burger Bar. Correct.
North Adelaide.
They're not around anymore.
Terrible.
They're closed. Nah.
North Adelaide Burger Bar. Dino, that's who done it. I like Fasulaki.
No, but
Fasulaki's the best.
Nah, but
there.
with Melbourne people, the HSP, they go, it's not. Don't call it HSP. It's AB. I'm like, no, don't call it AB. It's HSP.
So
I'm
the
like-
Melbourne people say that.
And Sydney
You know
people.
what AB stands for, don't you?
I know.
Abortion.
That was one of the names that it first came out with, but then they changed to atomic bomb.
Gyros. What's the difference between a souvlaki and a gyros? Well, some people do call a
A souvlaki is like when it comes off the
no,
when
yeah,
it comes
some
off the
people
stick
they call it when they put the souvlaki into the
into
gyros.
the gyros.
That's when
That's
they
not a
call it-
gyros then. It's
It's not, it's
It's
a-
a souvlaki.
But yeah, it's
But then the gyros is when the meat's coming off the
off the
rotisserie.
rotisserie. That
Where
because
yeah.
gyro means turn.
But a lot of the Greeks in Melbourne used to make it with the sticks.
It's
And that's why they call it souvlaki.
It's HS. The red and white bloke thinks he created it. What red and white bloke?
The red and white North Adelaide Burger Bar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one at North Adelaide.
Did he create it?
I think so. Well, who created the HS? I reckon ABs were here first than bloody HSPs, man. I'm telling you now. We've had them
No.
longer than any other state.
Fairgrow. That's different. That's different. Fairgrow. I say I'm Cypriot, right? But we 100% say we are Greek Cypriot. The Macedonians that are North Macedonians,
They're not Greek.
they don't say they're Greek. They
yeah, but they're not Greek.
Yeah, I know, but
They're Yugoslav.
he said I had a Macedonian friend at high school that definitely did not think he was Greek, similar to the Cypriots. Yeah, we're like that. We say we're Cypriot, but we're Greek Cypriot. We don't, we say that we're Greek Cypriot.
But we've got our own country.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying
So you're
is
Cypriot, not Greek.
the Macedonian thing is completely different because they think Alexander the Great was North Macedonian. When it's not factual. That's just something they've
Yeah,
fabricated.
but they're not even Greek. They're
I know.
Yugoslavian.
They're Slavic.
They're Slavic. Yeah, they're Slavics. They're not Greek. They're not.
The problem with that, they did not exist for
Read Fairgrove's comment. Yeah, I read it.
100% best before, but it's an AB there. Chris C. What about Chris C?
They're all fucking delicious. No, they are from Greece. Yeah, they are, man. Originally, they're from. It's part of Greece, man.
No. I'm talking the guys that the ones that in Skopje, North
Yeah,
Macedonia.
no, but that was Greece.
They're not Greek, bro. Those
they-
guys aren't Greek.
Back in the day, they were.
They probably, I don't know, but they don't speak Greek. They don't
Yeah,
even
no,
know.
they don't now.
They don't. They speak Slavic.
You know, my
They're not
coach.
Greek.
My coach, right? So going back to the topic of if you're, you consider yourself Australian or whatever. My coach was Macedonian. He played for Australia. Chris Trajanovsky, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't give a fuck about any of it.
Nah.
No, Peter Dacos is Greek, man. Yeah, Greek Macedonian Baronari.
Yeah, but
That's why
he's
he's the Macedonian Marvel. That
He's
was
from the Greek side.
It's all of it is the Greek side. They've just changed that in modern history.
Yeah, I know.
Skopje.
Skopje, they're not Greek, man.
Yeah, but up until the
No, but they were.
Maybe.
Yeah, they were.
the 80s, that state was called Skopje.
See, GT said it. They speak Slavic. They come from villages around my parents' village. They are. That was part of Greece. They just now it's not
So they can speak Greek.
Slavic.
No, they speak Slavic.
They would. Man, there's Albanians that are in Greece that speak better Greek than anyone. Like they're
I don't know, man. All I know is I come from the southern
even
parts
from
of Greece.
even from my parents' village they speak it. He's saying, and he's Greek Macedonian.
Yeah.
But the only reason he has to say, it's like us. The only reason we have to say we're Greek Cypriot is because Turkey invaded Cyprus. The only reason he has to say he's Greek Macedonian is because there's this new Macedonia that's claiming to be Macedonia. That's the only reason.
But
he's
why
gotta
do they
say I'm
speak?
Greek.
Why do they speak Slavic? I don't get it. Why are they Greek then?
It's like there's slang. It's probably it was a slang back in the day. I don't know. Who knows?
No, because it was closer to Yugoslavia.
Yeah, it was closer to Yugoslavia. Yeah.
But they were under the control of the Greek government. And up until the 80s, they used
Greeks
to
are
have
wild,
Greek
you know.
passports. They couldn't travel anywhere else
Yeah.
until they get a Greek
See, with us,
Oh,
right,
right.
with the Cypriot thing, because a lot of people, Cyprus is a small country. A lot of people don't get it. They don't understand why we're Greek Cypriot. We speak Greek, whatever. But Cyprus has never been under Greece rule. Ever.
And
No.
Ever.
We are 900 kilometers
Yeah,
away.
we're 900 k's from there. That's like saying in Australia, like we're saying, that's like saying Australia is England.
Yeah.
But Australia was actually under British rule. We've never been, Cyprus is never under Greece. We just, whatever, the language got there.
It's most
But there's people there, obviously.
closer to like Lebanon and
Yeah,
that.
you can see Beirut with the naked eye.
Yeah.
There's people in Cyprus that the left and the right, that's why I said Cyprus will never make a World Cup. Remember I said political?
Yeah.
There's the right side and the left side. There's the side that they believe that Cyprus should be a state of Greece. And they're strong about it. But there's our side that we don't believe that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It's just, your mum should be part of the panel next show. She would have heaps of knowledge.
Would you?
My mum wouldn't, but my dad would. Oh, my mum might. I don't know, but they're just talking in the chat. She would know a little bit, I reckon.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. It's getting late. I'm gonna be up early.
There you go. He's Macedonian, so this is the last one.
All right.
My parents grew up speaking Slavic and speak it to this day, but they are Greek, as they always have spoken Greek to us kids because he's Macedonian.
Okay.
Where he's from. What's the village called, GT? What's your parents' village? He says all this. GT just writes that whole paragraph, but then 2 hours ago he goes, I'm Aussie. But they speak Greek to us and they speak Slavic, and I'm Aussie. All of them.
You're Aussie, man.
What's the village called, GT? Tell me. Before we go, I want to know the village. I think Dino's from up north.
Yeah, I'm from the southern.
South. I think. What did he say it is? Tihio.
Yeah, okay.
Tihio.
Cool.
Gastoria.
I've heard of-
Gastoria. I know Gastoria. Cyprus are the only Greek country in the Commonwealth Games, but they're not a Greek country.
No, they're not.
What?
Greek speaking.
See you, man. See you, Dino.
See you, boys.
According
Stay funky, Ken. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, man.
We're going now too.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, Greek speaking now.
No worries,
No,
guys.
look, and I say it like I said it to you. We're Greek Cypriot. We are. We're Greek Cypriot. That's right. But we have to say that because Turkey have half of our country.
Yeah,
See, that's what I asked you when you were a kid, Baba. When you were a kid, Turkey hadn't invaded Cyprus. You didn't have to say you were a Greek Cypriot.
Yes, I did.
Oh yeah, because there was Turks there too.
There were Turks.
There was already Turks, but that's the only reason. Because there's Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots, but they lived in harmony
yeah.
until all the Enosis shit happened.
Oh well.
We'll talk about it one night, don't worry. I'm only joking. I didn't even see what you said, Baronari. Oh, the Greek country. We don't care. I don't care, man. Because you trade it to the Ottomans. Probably. Sicilia.
All right. Let's wrap it up, guys. You're gonna be here all night.
Wrap it up.
You can talk about this with you guys in the Discord.
I
There's a
can't,
Discord, so join it.
I can't believe Dino's not. Are all of you in the Discord? It's in the
Yeah,
description.
just go on the
join it.
Discord, continue the conversation.
I just wanted to see your reaction. I'm Australian, man. Don't worry about it.
Oh God.
Oh,
We'll go more in depth only next week.
The only time you get a reaction out of me is if you say, I've got to support Liverpool or something. All right? That's it. I don't care about all the other shit. All right. What do you say?
Nothing. Take care, spike your hair. We'll see you
What do
next
you mean
time.
nothing? You always say that.
What do you want me to say?
Take care, spot your hair. So you always got to say it.
I said it.
You know,
didn't
you said, oh, nothing. And then you said it.
I?
What do you say to the people like me that can't spot their hair?
Take it out.
Comb your hair?
Comb your hair, yeah. Comb your hair, spike your hair. Enjoy the show, guys. Thanks so much for coming in.
GT. Blasphemy, son. I'm gonna take his tool privileges away.
We're back next week, guys. Hopefully. So yeah.
We should be. There won't be a Premier League show this week because there's no Premier League. So we're having a week off.
Yeah. So maybe a podcast next week.
Yeah, there should be a podcast. And we should be doing the chili wings thing with Dino.
Yeah, hopefully that
We should
comes
be
through.
doing that next week if they come.
Yep.
So yeah.
Anyway, take care, guys. We'll see you next time. Stay hunky.
Take care. Comb your hair if you're like me.
Yeah.